Don and Mike, there'll be no mollycoddling.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Number 1, Arbitron rated, The Don and Mike Show.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Last time on The Don and Mike Show.
One angle you guys are missing on this convict guy is that if he's been banging that chick in his apartment, her DNA's already all over it, and he's got a good excuse for it.
Yeah, all over the apartment.
Her leavings and his leavings, doorknobs, the bathtub faucet,
Little trail from the door to the bedroom.
pencils,
It's all over.
got DNA all over them, wooden spoons.
The Don and Mike Show.
Now, I have a message for all you good, moral, Christian people who are complaining that breasts and vaginas are obscene. Hey, don't complain to me. Complain to the manufacturer. Okay? And although Jesus told us not to judge, I know you're going to judge anyway, so judge sanely. Judge with your eyes open. What do you consider obscene? Is this obscene to you?
You can call Don and Mike anytime, toll free at 1-877-365-3636. That's 1-877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
I'd like to try to do my latest record. I tried it last night and didn't make it. I don't know the words to it, so I can read it. If we give it up, just, please forgive us.
Smell my hog, queer bait.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Okay. Hi, Don and Mike.
Hey, Don and Mike. What you don't know could fill a book.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
It's the Don and Mike Show, and they'll say what they wish.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Ladies and gentlemen,
I was just talking to a friend of mine on the phone from Deutschland.
Yes?
He said, Phil Hochberg, Uber Allah.
Wow.
Here he is, son of Christ, son of God. Christ.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. Phil Hochberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob Spiewak. Take it away, Rob.
Hey, Rob, hold on. Before you do the intro.
Yes?
Just the reason I mentioned Deutschland.
Yes?
From the mind of Rob. Now, Rob reads 3, 4, 5 newspapers a day, and he's the clipping service around here. And he finds stuff that he thinks would be interesting to talk about on the show.
Yes. More often than not, hateful, evil stuff.
No, it's all good.
This is something that I think appeals only to Rob Spiewak, yet he
good.
clipped it out of the newspaper and put it on my desk today.
You're spotlighting something that appeals only to Rob.
This comes from Berlin.
Yes.
Germany will welcome immigrants only if they assimilate to Teutonic values. The conservative opposition said yesterday, we don't want a multicultural society, says Frederick Merz. Fred
Merz is there.
He said conservatives would be willing to welcome back German Chancellor Gerhard Schroeder's plans to reform laws to bring in a limited number of immigrants each year, provided that the newcomers adopt German traditions.
Okay. German traditions. That sounds vaguely familiar for all of those history students.
It does.
Yeah, there were some German traditions in the 20s and 30s they were trying to preserve as well. Ironic, I
So
saw.
anyway, that's how the boy's mind works. That's what he clipped out of the newspaper for me today.
He's a fascinating boy.
Anyway, here he is. Here's Spiewak.
Page 2. You mentioned Phil earlier.
Yeah.
Remember Phil Hochberg? He said he told me he got this great idea. Now, granted, he stole it from Tom Joyner, but it's a website called www.whiteamerica.com.
There you go.
And what it is, it's a mall for all things for white people.
Ah, very good.
Well, we wish him well.
Excellent.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Kung Fu is the same thing as karate and all the ships at sea. Honey, child, my dear, it's my friends, Don Geronimo and Michael Vera.
Thank you, Robin. Wow. Thank you, everybody.
For anybody that wasn't listening to yesterday's show, that was Rob's Dr. Capers impression. And
I don't think there was a need for a qualifier
Well,
there.
I just think it was so good I wanted to spotlight it. I really did. I wanted to spotlight it. Yes, I did.
Hello, and thank you for listening, everybody. New episode on Tuesday, July 10. Okay, here's the lead story today. Another one of the dumb prep services that I get every day and I never use is
the electric weenie?
Well, it's a thing called the wireless flash, where it's a cheat sheet for disc jockeys with like celebrity birthdays. Today, for instance, if you care, it's Jessica Simpson's birthday.
I think Jessica Simpson, when you're talking about teeny bopper idol type women, is much better looking than Britney Spears.
And Mike, incidentally, she is totally legal. 21 today.
21.
Jessica Simpson. Fred Gwynn, Herman Munster would have been 75. Worthless stuff that the disc jockeys fill their shows with.
Right.
And they have all the stuff like today is National Peanut Butter Day. A couple days ago was Say Hi to Your Next Door Neighbor Day.
Nice?
Well, they send us these things a week in advance. And I'm looking ahead. I'm just flipping through this junk up in the office today. And I noticed that next Monday, the 16th of July, is National Nipple Day.
Nipple Day!
Wow. National Nipple Day.
Well, isn't it wonderful that they've set aside a day dedicated to nipples?
So I read that and immediately I think, well, how can we get involved with that? And then it comes to me.
Then the lightning bolt hit?
Next Monday, we're going to celebrate National Nipple Day.
Yes.
We're going to have our first ever biggest nipple contest.
Yay!
Biggest. Now...
Over the guys and gals?
No, just the gals, Mike.
Oh, what a shame.
Just the gals. Although I know, guys will be calling. Of course, well, hey, I got big nipples.
Right.
No, just for the girls. Now, there are a couple of ways we can go.
Yes.
We can go on the length.
Right, the length of the nipple themselves. Of course, you've got your nipple and your areola.
Or we can go on, it's just nipple. That's National Nipple Day.
I see.
So we could go just on the length of the nipple, or we could go on the width of the nipple.
That's interesting.
The girls who participate in this contest will be allowed to come into our studio, take their shirts off, and diddle their nipples
until they get as large as they can get.
That's right. And we will pay. Now, this is what we have to decide now. This is why I come up with this stuff, but then I throw it out to you guys as a think tank.
I understand.
Let's say that, I'm looking at a ruler today going, well, if this is 1 inch, I'm trying to picture if a girl would have 1 inch nipples.
Right.
Then, well, maybe, no, well, that's 2 inches. That's like out of one of those crazy videotapes we saw, right?
Well, I'm thinking if it's a nipple day, you could have 3 separate categories.
Well, then we got to figure out how much we're going to pay.
Okay, because these are the 3 categories I had in mind. You got the biggest nipple.
You got your length, right?
The most beautiful nipples. And the biggest areolas. I really think you do nipples a disservice if you don't bring the areolas because part of the family. Some of the areolas, and I think we open it up to a tremendous amount more women that if we do areolas.
Well, keep in mind we have a limited budget.
I understand.
As always.
As I said, this is when this is the brainstorming session here.
Right. What I was thinking is we could go maybe $500, maybe $1,000 an inch,
right,
for the girl with the longest nipples. Meaning, if you can get your nipples, diddle them, and get them to stand at attention 2 inches, you're doing $2,000.
I understand.
Or we could go for the widest nipple, meaning just the biggest, the fatty.
I think really if you're going to do the nipples for that category, you have to go length. There's only one way of really, because that's what it's all about when you're talking about biggest nipples. It should be longest nipples.
Then if that's the case, I say we go $1,000 an inch.
$1,000 an inch.
$1,000 an inch.
And I say that as a tiebreaker, we can get a tape measure and we can, for tiebreaker, use circumference.
Now, do you want to include beautiful nipples as well?
Well, that's subjective. I would like maybe another time.
Oh, yes, there's always room.
Also, how about extra credit for total nudity?
Rob, listen, it's just fellas. We're going to have girls coming and taking their tops off.
What I'm thinking is this. I'm just hear me out here. Occasionally when we have these tests of skill, that sometimes, you're when we get down to the wire, and it's just the biggest, sometimes that's a tough pull. If you open up a couple of, like, for example, the Orioles.
Well, let's wait and see if we get any girls calling.
Okay.
Who have big... That's why I'm bringing this to your attention now.
I think if we have the biggest nipples, we have like 20 women that want to participate, then we're all set.
6 days before National Nipple Day. This is why I'm bringing this to your attention.
Time working out.
I can tell you're excited about this. Hold on. Mike has a statement. Wow. Right, well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
He's excited.
The fine gentleman from Virginia.
Certain ideas really get me going.
So, listen, here's what we're looking for. All
right, so it's the longest nipple contest.
Yeah, that's how we'll start it, at least. And we'll see if we get any girls calling us. We'll pay $1,000 an inch.
I think it'd be extremely difficult to measure if you were talking about the biggest around. Yeah. It's got to be longest.
Well,
from end to end.
I think we'd do the biggest if we had to. Like you just, put them in your mouth to hear which was the biggest. Yeah. But no, you're right. With just the nipples, we can measure them. We can actually get Lisa in here with a tape measure, and the girls at least.
Actually, a ruler would probably be a better device.
Yeah.
For measuring nipples.
When I was sitting up in the office with my pants around the ankles, thinking about this contest, I just pictured girl after girl coming in, many of them wearing cowboy hats for some reason. And,
there's no reason why we can't get cowboy hats.
And they would spend a certain amount of time diddling themselves and getting themselves ready, and then they would present the nipples to us for measurement.
Studio will be extra cold that day.
Yes, it will, Dave. Mm-hmm. So, girls, would you be interested? And if in fact, the girls who call say, well, my nipple only gets to be 3/4 of an inch.
That'd be $750.
Yeah, well, then maybe we can up the stakes.
Sure.
Maybe we go $2,000 an inch.
Wow, that would be something else.
And, maybe, who knows, maybe somewhere out there listening is one of those chicks we've seen in National Geographic who can tie her nipples together and jump rope with them.
That'd be something.
And if that girl is out there listening today, well, honey, you could hit the bonanza. Yes, Mike.
Don, I have a question.
Yeah.
What if a woman wants to just participate? She's not necessarily saying that she has the longest nipples, but she just thinks her nipples should be in a contest. Would you welcome?
Of course.
Yeah, all right.
Our doors are open if you have beautiful nipples.
Excellent.
And, listen, we'll see what happens. We, as always, reserve the right to change the rules on any contest.
Of course.
But it is, I read it in the DJ sheet, it is National Nipple Day next Monday.
Nipple Day.
Hello.
Take care of your nipples.
Don and Mike show. Hello? Are the phones operating? Hello? Oh, there you go. My mistake. That was an operator error.
They're on now.
Telephones were not turned on. The phones are now turned on. So, girls, if you'd be interested in $1,000 per inch for the biggest nipples.
Wow. Boy, can you imagine a $5,000 winner in that contest? That would be that woman in the videotape.
The girl in the video that we saw, though, that would be like a $10,000 winner. Seriously, didn't she have...
No, I don't think she had 10-inch nipples.
They weren't. That's about 10 inches.
Yeah, but they weren't that long.
Oh, come on.
They were 3 or 4 inches.
Oh, they were longer than this. That's 3 or 4 inches.
That's long. That's pretty long. Killer long. That's like lady on the videotape.
All right, well, then maybe we'll go $2,000 an inch.
So we've got a budget to deal with here.
Yes, we have a small amount of money that we can play with.
Very, very exciting.
We haven't done the secret sound or the cash call for a while, and the money's just sitting around.
And no cosmetic altering here.
Please no.
No makeup.
No, but you can pull on them all you like.
Sure.
Pull on them, tug on them.
And then when you say, I'm ready, that's when the measuring will take place.
Hello, Don and Mike show. See, you know what? I don't know if this is... Hello? Hey, Rob, would you see if that switch is pushed the right way down there? With the phone? We'll just push it back up and then push it back down again.
Reset it.
Okay, thank you. All right, reset these phones. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, how's it going?
See? There you go. That's all it took was a simple reset of the telephone button.
Beautiful.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, thanks.
Hey, Don.
Hey, are you on a speakerphone, sir?
Yeah. Can we get off of it?
Pick up, please.
All right.
Please pick up. Thank you.
Hey, Don, I just wanted to say you guys are doing a great job, and just kiss my butt.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don and Mike, Dennis from Sacramento.
Hello, Dennis.
Hey, they're going to be on the webcam.
That is the thought. That is the thought. That is the thought, to put this on DonandMikeFans.com, to share this with everyone.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely, but, unless the girls call...
Yeah, unless the girls call, we can't do it. That's the way it always works.
Then National Nipple Day will go without a contest on this show.
You have to enter to win.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hi, Hi, this is Eric.
All guys calling us. Yes, hi, Eric.
Yeah, my girlfriend's got some big nipples. I'm trying to get a hold of her, but I haven't been able to yet. How long are y'all going to be taking contestants?
Oh, listen, I mean, this is going to be ongoing throughout the entire week. I bring it to your attention today, keeping in mind that National Nipple Day is 6 days away.
Cool.
How big are your girlfriend's nipples, do you estimate?
I'd say they're probably an inch to an inch and a half each.
An inch and a half?
Really?
My God, that would be...
Wow.
She'd be up there in the running.
All right.
You think she'll do it?
I hope. I'm going to try to talk her into it.
All right, Eric. Now, keep in mind, that's, $1,000 an inch. That's what we're going to go into this with.
How are the rest of the breasts?
He's gone.
He's gone. All right.
Hello, it's Don and Mike show.
You would be, too.
Yeah, is Al Nipple going to be running this?
Al Nipple and Victor Anus, I don't know if they're going to be involved.
There'll be special celebrity guest judges.
Oh, God, I hope so.
All right. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
So listen, girls, if you're interested...
If you've always said, boy, look at these, I'm not really happy with them, and then you think, well, what can I do with them? Well, you can win a contest.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Yeah, I want to know if men can enter this contest as well.
Of course.
No, I don't think so. I'd really rather keep it to women.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You knew that question was coming.
Bye-bye.
Of course.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don, are employees eligible?
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don and Mike.
I could think of a few ladies here who could participate.
Well, but we haven't seen their nipples, so I mean...
Well, haven't you seen them poking through on a hot day?
Yeah.
I can think of a few women here who I'm pretty sure couldn't participate.
But you're wrong about that because you're talking about breast size, and with breast size, it doesn't...
No.
Some of the longest nipples are on some of the smallest breasts.
I'm just talking about when you see, like, on a particularly cold day.
Right.
They sell fake nipples for women now that they put under their clothes. In fact, this was on Sex and the City, wasn't it?
That's right.
That's right. The fake nipples.
You take them out, and you've got these protrusions.
Oh, well, now that's not fair.
That is low, isn't it?
That's worse than a padded bra, for God's sake.
Who had it? Didn't Sarah Jessica Parker have them on?
I think so, and then one popped out or something horrible
happened. Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello? Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I got nipples that I'd like to enter.
Well, now, not yours, you doofus.
Well, they're for my baby. They're on the bottle. They're pretty big.
Come on, get out of it. Whoa, please, will people please take this contest seriously.
Come on now.
In the serious vein that it's offered to you now, ladies and gentlemen.
Smart Alex, and listenership full of smart Alex.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
It's a national
Hey, guys.
day.
Hello.
Hey, I got something that'll make Mike's nipples get hard.
Well, what's that?
Hey, Mike, I hesitate to bring this up, but the Red Sox curse has been lifted.
What happened?
There was some guy, this was in Newsweek like a couple weeks ago, some guys went up to the top of Mount Everest and left the Red Sox cap up there while burning a Yankees cap.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. No problem.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. That did make my nipples erect.
Bye-bye.
Hello. And then, of course, the expedition tragically killed.
They fell off the mountain.
It was like vertical limit.
Fell off the side of the mountain. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Yeah, today's the day after Friday. Hi.
Oh, is this the guy?
Can I show you my nipples? They're big and juicy.
Is this the guy?
Yeah, I think it's the guy. He doesn't, he used to do it. He had his days right.
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't have his days right anymore.
And he's gone. He's out of our lives. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hi, gay.
Hello?
Hey.
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 How about putting some metal rulers in a nice
We all run all our other
take a
contests.
dipstick and do the innies. Some nipples are inverted.
Ma'am, are you intending on participating?
Is this Mistress Helga calling?
Now, listen, this is a woman, a girl, regular
A girl. Well, thank you very much.
a girl with small nipples.
Right, you don't have big nipples, do you?
They're innies.
Innies.
Yeah, do you want me to measure, see how deep it goes?
Yeah, put your finger in and see how deep
Let me put my thumb so I can get both sides.
Put your thumb, put each thumb in...
crap.
Come on.
Let me try my big toe.
Do they ever come out?
Oh, it just popped out.
They're out right now. They're out when she calls this radio show.
I wonder.
All right, goodbye. Get out of here. Listen, girls, our lines are open.
Girls.
877-365-3636 for the biggest nipple contest. Certainly didn't think we'd get any contestants now, and we're just throwing the idea out. But if we do get the right amount of girls to participate, we will put it on the webcam.
Very good.
So call us up.
Hello.
Oh, my God. She would have been an excellent contestant.
Well, once again, size and the size of the nipple, the size of the breast and the size of the nipple, totally unrelated.
That's a lady that used to work at this radio station like 10 years ago.
Hello. And also they were, not that it mattered, they pointed in different directions.
They were cockeyed.
Yeah, they were.
Very much. It was like Marty Feldman's eyes.
But they could receive radio signals.
Only AM.
We used to have this girl who works here.
Hello.
That's the only evidence we have that she ever worked here.
Right.
And she had big, gigantic jugs.
Huge.
And her nips would stick out all the time.
Right.
And one of them would be like at 2 o'clock, and the other one would be at 10 o'clock.
It was fascinating to watch. You could almost, read horoscopes by them.
It's weird. It was weird. Hey, Rob, grab a microphone for a second, because you know what we never asked you about yesterday? And that was, of course, the update on the McClure wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, Jim McClure.
The wedding that, hold on, we got a girl that wants to ask a question. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, I had a question about the contest.
Yeah.
When you say, like, the size of a nipple, do you talk about the whole areola from, like, the top to the bottom, or do you mean, like, the size,
no, this
like,
is
how
the
far
length.
the nipple pokes out?
This is the length of the nipple.
The length of the nipple.
Okay, so not the areola, like, how far it pokes out?
We mean, well, the areola doesn't poke out.
From the base of the areola.
Yes.
From the base of the areola.
No, it couldn't be from the base of the areola. It would have to be from the base of the nipple to the end of the nipple.
Well, I mean,
you'd have to measure inside the areola.
But isn't the base
Because
of the
sometimes
nipple?
women have, like, really big, like, areolas, and they call it big nipple, too.
I have a visual aid that I can use.
Hold on a minute. Isn't the...
That is the areola, and you'd have to measure inside there.
But isn't the base of the nipple on the base of the areola?
Well, the base of the areola, that would mean that you would have to, the areola is like this, and then there's a circle within it that is the nipple.
Yeah.
You measure from inside that circle. Right. So you don't measure from outside, and so in many cases, that's the way you'd have to do it. Sometimes if you've got a very small areola, it could be almost the same size as the nipple.
As the nipple itself.
Right. Thank you. All right. You want to measure?
Okay.
Here's a visual aid. You measure this part from there to there.
Yeah, Buzz is drawing pictures. Yeah, that's it, Buzz. Yeah.
Like that.
So do you think
You're measuring the poking out amount as opposed to the size of the whole nipple, the areola included.
Right. Now,
Well,
yes, it's important, but the areola and the nipple are two distinctly different parts.
Yeah.
There has to be some part, and look down at your breast now if you have a moment. There has to be a part where you can see the areola ends and the nipple begins.
Yeah.
Okay, the part where the areola ends, that's where we'd start measuring.
Yeah, right at the base of the nipple.
Right, and the base of the nipple is, well, I guess not on the base of the areola, but it's like...
Well, the areola is like if you turned over a saucer.
Yeah.
And you put a cocktail weenie on it.
Right.
The saucer...
That's what I'm saying.
Is the areola, but the cocktail weenie is what you're measuring.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Okay, so from the center of the areola, which is the nipple, out.
The areola is completely secondary to this contest. I lobbied to have the most beautiful areola, but Don rightly so said that we'll do it later.
It's nipple day.
We can have the prettiest areola.
It's not areola day, it's nipple day.
Okay, if you do the prettiest areola, I might call back.
You know who could be in that contest? That girl from American Beauty.
Yes.
That girl that Lester Burnham ends up almost having sex with. She has like Reese's peanut butter cup sized areola.
Saw that movie over the vacation, as a matter of fact.
My God, fantastic.
Yeah, those were nice.
You know, see this screensaver here, though? That, to me, that's perfect right there.
Well, her nipples are not big, though.
I don't like big nipples.
Well, we're having a big nipple contest.
I mean, I love big nipples. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
We're having a big nipple contest.
Right.
I myself, I believe I would be a fan of the big nipple.
A big fan like Big Ripley's Believe It or Not Big?
Like,
No, that would be nasty.
I believe he was asking me.
I was, but I'm really glad you're still on the phone, though.
Yes, like,
stay on the line, please.
Like freak show big. Like,
I see. That would be.
How big is that, do you think?
That would be probably almost an inch, about 3/4 of an inch.
I think a nice
Have you guys
1 inch.
ever seen those Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV videos? And they have the girls with the fake boobs on there, and they have really, really huge nipples.
Oh, do they really? You know, I didn't realize that girls would take fitties.
Hello?
Would have bigger nipples.
Well, I think women, in my experience, some women that don't have large breasts have very large nipples. Mm-hmm. Not large areolas, but very large nipples. How beautiful are your areolas?
I think they're pretty nice.
What makes them so wonderful?
Are we talking about $50 coffee saucer?
The bronze, the bronze coloring.
Yeah, I'm mixed, so I'm light skinned.
Uh-huh.
So they're not too dark and they're not too light.
You don't have any pimples on your areolas, do you? Any? How about hair? You don't have any bumps or hair, do you?
Hair is always disturbing. Well, so you're very proud. You're very proud of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very.
Well, honey, you should think about entering the contest.
Yeah, even if you don't have long nipples, you should enter the contest anyway. Just if you're very proud of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Think about it. Call us back. We got a whole week before this contest.
Yes.
And
Thanks, guys.
thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for calling. And all you girls all you guys out there, you should put pressure on your girlfriends with big nipples to call the show. Not only can they win big cash, but keep in mind that if enough girls enter, we'll put this on DonandMikeFans.com.
Absolutely.
And let everybody watch the contest. Now, Robbie, we were just going to ask you how it went at the wedding that Mike and I and Buzz, all of us were not invited to.
Right. Yes, but you will be pleased to know one thing.
The wedding of Jim McClure.
As you entered the reception dinner, there was a large framed picture of Allison and Jim. Lovely picture of Allison. And everyone was encouraged to write a small message on the border of it with a pen. And you and Don and Buzz all signed it.
Oh, that's
You'd be
great.
pleased to know.
Oh, you used our autograph?
Yes, I did.
That's wonderful.
You're all in a row. It's
So
almost
was it a good shindig?
It was very, very nice. It was the closest to like an elegant wedding that I've ever been to.
Wow.
I mean, it was really cool. I didn't know this, but the wedding itself was on the roof of the Hay Adams Hotel downtown. So it was
Beautiful old hotel in Washington.
overlooking the monument.
Who cares about
Yeah,
that?
I wish I had some good trash to tell you. But there was a sucky DJ.
Did you come to my wedding, Rob?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
At any point,
I had too much fun at
Closest thing to an elegant. I always thought mine was at a hotel too, Rob. I thought mine was kind of elegant.
Yours was too fun to be elegant.
at the wedding, at what point did my name and Mike's name come up? Because
in the vows.
It had to come up in the vows.
And during the prayer, and also during 3 of the 5 toasts. But your name only came up in 1 toast.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
No, but seriously, at some point did someone say to you, "Hey, Butcher is great without those effers here"?
No, that was never said.
The subject of Don and myself never came up during the reception?
It may have. I think that it was oftentimes in the tune of, I wish they were here.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a brown nose.
No, there was one tragedy, though.
Please, listen to this. This is what you are. This is what your nose is right now. You hear that?
Oh.
Fresh out of Mike's ass.
Here's a tissue.
Wow. There was none of that at the reception either.
There was. You are. Put your nose right there, boy. Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
There was no mention of you in the reception.
No mention. How could that be? How could people not be talking about us at the reception?
I would have thought it would be the #1 topic.
We spent a half an hour talking about how pissed we were that we weren't invited.
It didn't come up. Oh. Wow. Mike is upset.
Yes, I am.
It was mentioned at the night before at the rehearsal dinner that Jim was truly not expecting your call, and you really flipped him out. So that did succeed when you called him. And you did have your name put on the picture, and that's really all I can think of. John Pop didn't show. This was a massive disaster.
Oh, he didn't show?
Yeah, even after he called into the
Well,
show.
you know why? John Pop, I do believe, is a friend of this show.
Yes,
and he called with his funny little comment that he was invited, and then he didn't show because he was so upset that we weren't invited.
Or maybe he was just oversleeping or something.
It could be that, too. So there's a vote of solidarity from Herr Pop.
Well, listen, now that McClure is not in listening range, he's on his honeymoon now. Seriously, how long do you give it?
Oh, wow.
Because I'll make a guess.
Okay.
Right now, and you can write this on a Post-it note.
Do you want to have a serious contest?
A serious bet on how long Jim McClure will remain married to this girl.
Okay.
To this girl. This girl. I'm going to give it 2 years tops.
All right.
Wow.
I'm going to say it's over in calendar year 2003.
That's funny. That makes me laugh.
I would say, can I guess next?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess longer because they've dated a long time.
But they've broken up so many times. They've gotten back together and they've broken up.
And that's why I'm putting in the wild card here.
What's that?
Life. Together forever.
Wow. Not a chance.
Any woman that would say yes to Jim McClure, she has to love him.
As we all do.
And he is incapable of attracting another woman. So, therefore, I believe they will be...
So you're better
Excuse me 1 moment, please.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
This is how sure he is.
That's about it. Wow, you're going for the record.
Wow.
Hold on, we got a girl who wants to enter the contest.
Oh, good.
Hold on, Rob. Stand by with the bets.
Yeah.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you want to enter?
Oh, yeah.
Go on,
Oh, yeah. Go on, enter. Hi, what's your name?
Cameron,
Cameron, where are you from?
Ocean City.
You got nice big nipples?
I have huge nipples.
Huge nipples.
Really?
Yeah.
And is the whole... are your breasts beautiful?
I have beautiful breasts.
Now, we're going to pay $1,000 an inch for the biggest nipple.
Oh, I have this in the bag. I'm going to win this contest.
How big do you think your nipples are?
Easily an inch, maybe inch and a quarter.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
Dream Girl.
Wow.
Dream Girl, who's the celeb you think you most resemble?
I think. I've had a couple, I don't know if this is a comment or not, but Drew Barrymore I get it all the time.
Dirty Drew Barrymore. Well, that's okay. You know, 1-inch nipples, and I won't even get mad at you for the Drew Barrymore.
Fascinating. Well, we're looking forward to having you participate.
Cool, I will be there.
All
I'm
right.
off that day. I'm going to drive up there.
Okay, great. Oh, you listen on 96 Rock, right?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Enter.
All right, well, there's the first contestant for the National Nipple Day contest. First contestant. Her name is Cameron.
Cameron.
So the contest is officially underway. Rob, how long are you giving the McClure wedding?
My guess was 8 years, so I'll guess 8. And what are the stakes here? Is this just a handshake bet?
Oh, no, I think
There's the odds that we will be alive for you, to win that bet.
I think we put money on this because we'll still be here in 2 years when they're broken up.
But Mike says life.
I'd say life.
So what if he wins?
Well, then he's SOL.
And their marriage, if they last for life, would probably last, longer than my death.
Yeah.
Well, let's put some money on this. How about at least $20 a man?
No, I'd like to make it, if I win, I will pay each of you $1 million.
Wow. If you win.
If I win, if they stay together for life, I will pay each one of you $1 million each.
Fantastic.
That's unbelievable.
That's right, if they are together for life.
Okay, but what if they are married, technically, let's say that they're married, they come back from their honeymoon, and, God forbid, they get hit by a bus.
Right.
Technically, they would have been married for life.
This is true.
Then you would owe each of us $1 million.
Yes.
Okay.
And therefore, if the marriage ends in 2 years, you will pay each of us $1 million.
No, I'm not. No, I said $20. I'm in for 20.
20.
All right.
20 here.
All right, let's make it 20.
Okay, $20. And Rob, then you think 2009?
I say 8 years, and I say this should be a closest to... You're not even standing.
Damn, Mike.
That's a first, I think.
Your ass is on fire today.
Thank you.
That was almost like being in stirrups.
Yes, it was.
You know, one of the crack salespeople on crack should go out and start selling that fart segment again.
I understand, Dave.
Because there's all kinds of missing opportunities here to bring more money to the infinity coffer.
And I say this should be a closest to no matter what. I mean, not like Price is Right, where you can overbid and you'll still be all right.
And Buzz, what is your guess?
It's just a bet. You know, I wish them the very best in the world. Nothing but happiness. I've been married 25 years, and I hope they have at least that much time
Buzz,
together.
Come on, what is it?
Oh, I'd say a year.
A year.
1 year.
A year. Good man, Buzz. Buzz and myself, the only truly honest men in this room.
No, what possible reason do I have for saying life? I have no loyalties to them. I hope it ends in 6 months.
You always look on the happy side, and you don't want him to come back and have the word get back to him that
you are painting a much rosier picture of me than it is true.
Look at you as you sit there and wallow in your own stuff.
Hello, everyone. No, I have no reason other than thinking, because of the facts that I just mentioned, that they really will be. I think because they've been on again, off again, on again, off again.
That's why they're not going to last.
Wait, you know what? I just thought of something.
Go on.
What?
Well, he won't. You know, she's a handsome woman.
Yes.
And she might go astray.
Of course.
Look at him. A better offer.
Look at him. He's like someone on the...
yeah, Buzz.
He's like someone...
What was I thinking?
On the Maury Povich show today. They had a kid on the Maury Povich show with no eyelids today.
What was Buzz's? Less than a year?
I said 1 year. Don said 2 years.
Can I get less than a year then?
Oh, now
you want the under?
Here's the total flip.
Can I
so you're now going from life.
Yeah, I was thinking completely about him.
What do you want, 9 months, 10 months? What do you think?
I think you can have less than a year.
Less than a year. Anything less than a year is my turf.
All right.
364 days.
Come here, Bobby. Hold on.
Very good.
All right, Bobby Hollingsworth, our business manager, wants in on this.
Very good. Oh, excellent.
She's coming down from the 3rd floor.
A rare on-air appearance.
Very exciting. The power broker of the radio station.
By Miss Bobby.
Miss Bobby. Bobby Hollingsworth coming in here right now. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi, Bobby.
She is the power. She is the center of power here at WJFK in Washington, D.C.
How long?
6 months.
Wow. Boy.
Now, Mike?
Wow.
Technically, you're going to have to pick a time then. If Bobby gets 6 months.
I'll say 8 months.
Bobby, why do you think...
You had already said that.
I said less than a year, but I changed. I modified it from life.
Why do you think 6 months, Bobby?
That they couldn't get along as boyfriend and girlfriend, so they got married instead.
All right, good one. Thanks, Bobby.
The glee and
That's what a wonderfully hateful appearance, Miss Bobby. Thank you so much.
Love her.
Thank you so much.
Bravo.
Get on a broom and fly out of here now.
There she goes. That's about as much joy as that woman shows.
I do love Miss Bobby.
Absolutely.
She is fantastic.
Yeah.
6 months.
Glad you like my screensaver, Miss Bobby.
6 months. Is there anybody else who wants action on this? Should I call around, or should I just put out the word right now? Don't they run the station on the intercom here in the building?
They used to. I think they're turning. Somebody's going around and turning them off.
Parts of the building.
Well, I know that they used to run pre-delay.
Yes.
In the building. So, like when someone would use the F word or something,
and they'd enjoy that.
They would have the station. They'd be like clients sitting out the lobby, waiting to sign their multi-million-dollar deals to advertise on the station.
Embarrassing.
And then here when some guy would call on and go, "Hey, I'd like to F your mother." And they would run pre-delay out of the lobby, meaning that
they heard everything.
I hit the button and you don't hear it on the radio, but they would hear it out in the lobby.
And then you'd see some like blue-haired man walk down the hallway and look in here going, "Who are they?"
All right, well, I think our poll is officially closed. Hey, ask Lisa if she wants in on this, Robbie, would you please?
Lisa said she's extremely hungover today.
Wow.
Yeah,
she looks it.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, she looks all of hungover today.
She looks a little road.
Looks like she had a little too much evening.
Little road worn.
You had a rough evening last night?
Oh, no, I'm just fine.
Little weather
Ready to
peaking
go.
today.
Yeah, I want in on it. But
What'd you do last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I just went down the street to watch a band.
Watch a band.
Watch the band.
Watch a band.
Yeah, man.
What did you drink?
Everything.
Oh, was she with you?
No.
Super Joe, were you there? Super Joe Ardinger, were you there also?
No, I was behaving last night.
What are you eating, Joe?
Skittles.
Sour Skittles. Bomb.
New addition to our vending machine upstairs, sour Skittles.
Oh, very good.
All right, Lisa, what do you want in this
Well, I
pool?
wanted 2 years. Did you take 2 years?
I got 2 years.
I will go. I'm going to go 2.5, 3. Did somebody get 3?
No. You get
Is it 3?
It's open.
And Joe, what's your guess?
I'll take the time-honored 7-year itch.
7 years for Joe Ardinger.
7 years in
Good
the
choice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, write these all down. And make sure that McClure knows when he gets back that we're betting on how long he's going to stay married. Hey, does anybody have a phone number where he's at?
I think he said he was going to be in Hawaii and then Tahiti, I believe.
I bet the minister would have a number where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me call him real quickly.
We are going towards the giant Great Ape House up on the 2nd floor of WJFK in Washington, D.C. Pretty soon, the phone will ring inside the Great Ape Cage.
That's a keeper. That is
Right out of National Zoo.
That is a keeper calling the Great Ape House.
That's Charlie Broyhill's office. The Great Ape House.
Is he out of the building again? And have you noticed since he's had his new job,
he splits when we're on the air?
Yeah, and also he's gone to Sears, and he's bought like a whole bunch of button-down shirts.
Yeah, he looks very, very dignified.
No, he's not answering. Let me
We'll
try.
call his super secret number.
Hold on. Let me call his cell. Because I bet he's got a number where McClure's at.
Probably.
He's probably at the feed store.
Broyhill?
Yeah, he's in Southern States.
Grape Ape. The Great Ape House.
The Great Ape House.
That is a keeper.
Yeah, Great Ape House.
That's a good one. That's a keeper. All right, he's not answering.
Not the little monkey house. It's the Great Ape House. Where you can observe Charlie behind the glass, the big thick glass.
UCS voicemail box of
Charlie.
To leave a voice message, press 1 or just wait for the tone.
Hey, we're calling the Great Ape House.
We're looking for Charles Broyle inside the Great Ape House.
We're wondering if you had a phone number for McClure on his honeymoon.
Perhaps you're out grooming right now.
We have maybe you're picking flies out of your ears and eating them. You know that thing that monkeys do?
Yeah. He's searching for grubs on his fur.
That's what they do.
And then eating them.
Anyway, if you have a number for McClure, let us know. Thanks.
And hope you find somebody to pick grubs off of you.
That's a Great Ape House.
That's what he does. He searches for mates so that they can groom him.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2.
Why not?
Hey, we're calling the Great Ape House. We're looking for Charles Broyle inside the Great Ape House. We're wondering if you had a phone number for McClure on his honeymoon. Perhaps you're out grooming right now. Maybe you're picking up.
Charles Broyle is such a monkey.
You know that thing that monkey?
He really is.
Yeah, he's searching for grubs on his fur. That's what they do. And then eating them. Anyway, if you have a number for McClure, let us know. Thanks. And hope you find somebody to pick grubs off of you. The Great Ape House. That's what he does. He searches for mates so that they can groom him.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2.
I want to add.
To re-record, press 3. To enter a callback number, press 4. At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording,
I'm just going to add this on to the end of it.
Press pound for more options. If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To send your message now, press 1.
What if that was urgency?
To mark urgent, press 2. Message marked urgent.
Urgency.
To send your message now, press 1. Message sent.
All right.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
All right, beautiful. Goodbye. Oh, hold on. Another girl who wants to enter the Nipple Contest, huh? Sue?
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Sue. You got big nipples?
Listen, if you could do circumference, that would totally win, but when they get hard, they get really long, and like I said, my husband will testify. They're really huge.
Fantastic.
Probably like half of the whole breast.
Well, honey, you'd have to, diddle them.
And you're talking, now when you're saying half of the whole breast, you're talking about areolas, too.
Well, yeah, I know, and I know that doesn't count.
Okay, good.
But they get, all of that, like size shrinks and gets long, and I mean, it would have to, can you stretch them?
Yes.
Or they just have to sit there.
Now, you can stretch them, but then you'd have to like,
you have to let go.
Yeah, let them go back.
I could seriously say 2.
2 inches.
I mean, really.
2?
That's incredible.
Well, that would be
$2,000.
Wow.
Well, it's $2,000. Is you think I could win that?
Now, are your breasts beautiful also?
Well, of course they are.
Wonderful.
All right, hold on.
I mean, it all depends on the eyes of the beholder, but to me in the mirror, yes.
Okay, that means
to my husband, yes.
They're probably not the prettiest breast, but if she's got 2-inch nipples.
Come on.
All right, listen, Sue, hold on a second, please.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Well, there's 2 entrants right there.
It means they might look like kiwi fruit.
Could be. And look at this. Someone around the station has already gone to their word processor, and we have an official station document now.
Right.
When will Allie become the first ex-Mrs. McClure? And everybody's names and guesses are up there.
Very good.
Miss Bobby, 6 months. Mike, 8 months. Buzz, 1 year. Don, 2 years. Lisa, 3 years. Joe, 7 years. Rob, 8 years. Everybody get in on this because right now there's a 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, $140 to the winner on
That's
that.
incredible.
$140. And you know what? Can you enter more than once?
I think you got to do it once when you're doing a bet like this.
Yeah. Couldn't I, if I put an extra 20 in, could I put maybe divorced by the time they come back from their honeymoon?
Yeah, you probably do that.
That way they think it's going to crash and burn like a pool. While they realize, when they're sitting by the pool in Honolulu, wherever they are, when she actually looks at him and thinks, oh my God, I'm Mrs. Jim McClure.
Hi, honey.
Yeah.
Come on down to the pool. I'm having a big foo-foo drink with an umbrella.
All right, clear them out now. Let's wait on the Nipple Girls for a couple of seconds, because we'll get a call at 100 right now on a prize package selected specially for you at 877-365-3636.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show.
I hope I've done justice in presenting what I think is rewarding about emergency medicine. Now, with the It's the time we have left. Anybody have any questions?
Do people really come into the ER with foreign objects stuck in their rectums?
I don't think that's the kind of information people are here for. I wouldn't mind hearing.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes it happens.
What's the weirdest thing you ever took out of somebody's rectum? Bowling trophy.
Then let's make it this one. The Don and Mike Show.
You know, Rob, I solved that problem I had earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Everything's fine now.
Good.
Went down the hallway and
Moved a little luggage around.
just rearranged some of the furniture, and I don't believe I'm going to be as entertaining for the rest of the show as I was earlier in the broadcast.
Nonsense, you.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
Don's not here.
I knew something was different.
There he is.
Oh, hi.
There he is. Let's say hi to Donnie.
Hi.
Where were you?
Down the hall.
Were you doing your creative program director thing?
Yeah.
You get caught a lot more than you used to. That's the perils of being in management.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Caller Ciento.
Right, yes, see. What's your name, my friend?
Mark.
Hi, Mark. Where are you from?
Sacramento.
Mark, caller number 100. And for you, we've got the Sex and the City prize pack. Don't miss the sexiest show on TV, Sex and the City, Sunday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, only on the HBO. But we've also won Corona beer, the Corona prize pack, Corona Light, miles away from ordinary. Thank you for listening, my friend.
All right. Thank you, radio guys.
Thank you. Hold on a second.
Don missed it.
Yeah, I was down the hall
in his office
discussing the thing. And of course all of this is in code for Mike.
Yeah, with Dan though, I'm with you so far.
He is, thinking, well, how is the thing going to get done by the time? And I said, well, that not to worry about. That's not for you to worry about.
Well, hopefully
the thing is done. So anyway,
was it news to him?
No, he knew.
Okay,
he knew.
Just concerned.
Yes, he knew. He's like, I got to hold his hand through this.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Anyway, that's behind the scenes secret stuff.
Very good.
That I can't tell you much about now, but we will be glad to tell you very soon. Oh, the exciting news before the show today. Mike and I had yet another in a series of what I'm sure will be hideous and ugly publicity photos taken of us today.
Yes, the publicity photos again.
Maybe.
The last time we had our publicity photos taken, they were eaten by someone's dog.
We really, about a month ago, had a new picture taken.
Right.
And, why we have the pictures taken, I don't know, because we don't sign them and send them out to people.
Right.
Anybody, like if someone writes in and says, my husband is a fan of the show, Rob signs the picture and sends it out.
Right.
Because, frankly, we find the whole thing to be kind of jive. We appreciate the fact that you listen to the show.
We sign them sometime.
I think it's probably important that you don't know what we look like. I think that probably would dull your enjoyment of the show a bit.
Well, I used to have a cartoon that I kept on the refrigerator, and it shows a mother standing over a kid sitting at the kitchen table, and the kid is sobbing, and she's patting him on the back saying, "Don't worry, son, I remember when I saw my first disc jockey."
And generally, the only time that they ever put our pictures in the newspaper is when we get sued or something like that happens. And then they don't even run the most current picture. They
run that same one that they have with where we're wearing ties.
Yeah, which was, and what we were thinking that day,
right?
I don't know, but for whatever reason, we got together and said, you know what, it'd be nice to have a picture one time wearing coats and ties.
And we went to some studio somewhere, and it was horrible.
It was awful. So we had the picture taken again today. And why, I don't know. I guess it's an omen that we're going to be sued soon.
Yes.
But the new picture, the new publicity pictures are here. I feel like Steve Martin in the
Well,
Jerk.
they're not here yet. They were taken today, and we're not sure whether they're going to make it through that photo lab, because that's what the photographer claims, that they were burned up or they lost them at the photo lab.
But at least this photographer that took our picture today,
he knows how to work with us.
Yeah, because we've had guys before with us say, okay, now we want you guys back to back.
Right.
Looking at the camera. Now, one of you make your eyebrow go up, and the other one be serious, and the other one be funny now, or be, do the crazy madcap radio.
We've been doing this a long time, and this guy knows how to work with it.
Yeah, the whole thing was 5 minutes, beginning to end. He took like 8 pictures, and he said, "Do you want any more?" And we said, "No, that's it.
Right.
Goodbye." Mm-hmm. So the great news is the next time we're sued, you should see a nice picture of us in the newspaper. Now, Buzz,
yes,
something did come in the mailbag for you today.
Oh, really?
As a matter of fact, and I don't consider this me stealing your mail.
Okay.
Because it was in the mailbox for the show.
Uh-huh.
It is a postcard addressed to...
As a matter of fact, I received that card, and I put it in your mailbox, hoping you would find it.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
Then I don't feel... Hold on a second. We got another contestant for the Nipple Contest.
Very good.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey.
Hey. You want to enter?
Yes, I do.
What's your name, honey?
Zaria.
Zaria, where you from?
I'm from Philly, but I live in Indian Head.
Is Zaria your first name or your last name?
It's my first name. The guy who screens the calls is really smart. I told him my name and he said I sound like his sister. Ooh.
It'd be terrific if your last name was Zaria, because then your brother could be Pete.
Pete Zaria,
So what you're saying is Joe Ardinger, the guy who answered the phones, you said your name was Zaria, and he immediately knew that you were a sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of cutting-edge thinking we have here.
He's very sharp, that Joe Ardinger.
Behind the scenes. Zaria, how big, how lengthy?
I don't know if they're as big as the other ladies, but my nipples is like I say about 1.5 inches.
About 1.5 inches?
Well, Zaria, we want to see you in this contest.
You can come down and tweak them and do the fine-tuning on them, and then when you say they're ready, we will measure... You can, do the come in Tokyo thing, and when we say go, you start, and then when you're ready, we do the measuring. You're in.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Zaria, who's the celeb you think you most resemble?
The twins off of Sister.
Ooh, oh, those girls.
Well, I'm not tall, I'm short, but hey.
All right.
How short are you?
I'm 5'2"1/4.
All right, very good.
All right, hey, Zaria, hold on a second.
All right, thanks.
Hold on. Be right back with you. Joe, pick that up, please.
Zaria! Are you black?
Yeah.
That's Joe Ardinger.
Joe Ardinger, everybody. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, this is Chris in Sacramento.
Yes, hello, Chris.
Yeah, I was thrown out at Caesars this weekend just for mentioning your name up in South Tahoe.
Oh, wow. Caesars Palace?
Yeah.
You mean they still have a hard-on against us?
Apparently, I was covering the...
Well, didn't we have the problem with Harrah's?
Yeah, you were at Harrah's.
Really?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. It was Harrah's that we had a problem with.
You're lying, sir.
Well, maybe
I'm
you're
not.
Stupid.
I said your name, and they descended on me, all kinds of security.
Are they owned by the same people, or is this man just completely fabricating?
I'm not fabricating. I was covering that American Century Golf Tournament for a magazine. I was about ready to interview Charles Barkley, and he was in a crowded lounge and everything, so I was easing my way up to him, and some little midget of a woman security guard told me to leave, and I said, "You're going to screw me like you screwed Don and Mike?" And all of a sudden, about 20 of them on me, throwing me out.
I'd say that probably had more to do with you than with the fact that you mentioned our names. Because, now that we think about it, it wasn't Caesars that we had the problem with.
No, it was Harrah's.
It was Harrah's.
I think they're competitors.
Well, maybe they blacklisted you altogether up there.
No, I don't think we're blacklisted in Reno, Tahoe.
Why don't you just fess up and say you're making the whole thing up?
I didn't make it up. No, that's what I said, and then next thing you know, they were dragging me out.
No, but you make up the part about you mentioned our names and you were thrown out because you mentioned our names.
Security guards tend to get testy when you say they're screwing with you. So that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, she came out of nowhere, and I don't know. I thought that maybe if I said your name, that might give me some validation.
Oh, so you're roughed up by a girl.
Oh, she called her, a guy looked just like Floyd the Barber, and then he had to call the other guys to get going.
Right, okay.
Bigger guys.
Right, okay. Whatever. Thank you. All right, goodbye.
Johnny Crapola!
Get out of here. So, this thing comes for Buzz in the mail.
Right. I see a picture, a cartoon on there.
And it's a come on, it's a postcard, and it says, Buzz Burbank. It's one of these things that's got his name printed on it.
Right, yeah.
The book that asks... Hold on, Mike's very got something else to say here. Well, Mike, as a matter of fact, this might be for you also. Even though this little come on postcard is addressed to Buzz.
Right. All right.
Buzz Burbank. The book that asks, what's your problem? Embarrassing medical problems. Everything you always wanted to know, but were afraid to ask your doctor. Review copies available. Request yours today. And then on the back, again, it has Buzz's name as one of these computer things.
Right.
And some of the topics in this book are acne and pimples, bad breath, baldness, belly button discharge.
Ew, belly button discharge.
Blushing, bottoms. Now, that's not blushing bottoms. That's two separate things. If you have a problem with blushing, you have a problem with your bottom.
Okay.
Breasts, condoms, crab lice, dandruff, genital warts, hairiness in woman, hairy backs, headache during sex, impotence, jock itch, lumps on genitals, memory problems, nipples, oral sex, penis, piles / hemorrhoids, sex, shyness, excessive, skin, snoring, stammering, stretch marks, sweaty armpits, sweaty feet, sweaty hands, swollen testicles, thread veins, twitching eyes, urinary incontinence, urinating during sex. I know. Wow. Vaginal problems, vaginal lips, varicose veins, vulva, wind / farting and belching.
Wow.
Let's call and get Buzz's free copy of this book.
Absolutely.
It's all in the book.
So this is one book that will cover all of your embarrassing medical questions.
Apparently so.
Leaking navel.
Written for this show.
It was belly button discharge.
It's incredible.
And what did I enjoy?
Hatherley Company. If you know your party's extension,
I do.
dial it at any time.
I think my favorite was
Hold while I try that extension.
lumps on genitals.
I'd have to say urinating during sex.
All right, so we've each got a problem, Buzz. Which do you want?
I guess. Gee, I don't know. Incontinence, I guess.
Oh, take something a little more.
How about belly button discharge?
Okay. All right, let's find out about that.
Belly button discharge.
What's yours going to be done?
Mine is the lumps on genitals.
And I will be urinating during sex.
Hi, you've reached Kevin Moran. I'm either on the phone or away from my desk. At the tone, please leave your name and number. I'll get back to you shortly. Thank you.
Begin recording at the tone.
Not again.
Finish by pressing pound.
Can you get a human being?
Hey, buddy, it's your old pal Dave. I wonder if you would take a request. Yeah, go into real estate. Oh, man.
To send this message, press pound. To review, press
I don't want to hear
message
it.
sent. Thank you for calling.
Let me try the other phone number here. Hold on. Just at the book company.
All right, if you're recapping, Buzz will be specializing in belly button discharge. Don lumps on his genitals. And Mike urinating during sex.
Hey, what a great book this is.
Incredible. It was designed for us.
Thank you for calling the Hatherley Company. If you know your party's extension...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why, you sneaky bastards. The number says, for your review copy, call this guy Kevin Moron.
Right.
Then below it says, published by Hatherley Press, and it's the same phone number.
Same people.
Same phone number. Maybe I get someone if I put 0.
You know, and it's just no one's ever home.
Never. It's Long Island. New York is where the book is originating from.
Long Island.
Excellent.
Embarrassing medical problems.
Hatherley Company. If you know your party's extension, you can dial it at any time.
No, I don't.
To place an order, press 1. For customer
I bet you
service,
get somebody
press
there.
2.
Got it.
You'll get a human being there, I guarantee
Please hold
that.
while I try that extension.
Yes.
To place an order. I will bet my house on the fact that we are going to get a human being.
And this is the music I want to hear if I have lumps on my genitals. And I'm calling for...
Hatherley.
See?
Yes, hi. This is the Don and Mike show. We're on the radio right now. And we received a promotional postcard in the mail addressed to our newsman, Buzz Burbank.
Hi.
About a free copy of a book called Embarrassing Medical Problems.
Yes.
We're all very interested in the book, but we have some specific questions about certain things covered, and we want to make sure that they're extensive.
Okay, sure.
For instance, hi, my name's Don.
Okay, I need to transfer you to the press department.
Well, now, hold on a second.
hold on.
We were transferred before and we got voicemail. It's imperative that we speak with a human being.
We'd like to order the book. I mean, even if we have to pay, we'd like to order it.
Can you answer some questions about the book?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I have lumps on my genitals.
Thanks, you see.
If you're not just given a credit card,
No.
you know, no one is helped in America anymore.
Mike, here you are, a man who urinates during sex.
Buzz has belly button discharge, and I want to get my questions answered about urinating during sex.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, it's Andrew. You want to speak to Kevin?
No, we just want to speak to somebody about the book.
No, Kevin is fine. Kevin's the guy whose name is on this postcard. Says for a copy of the book.
Yeah, but I think we got Kevin's voicemail before.
Are you Dave?
No, this is Don and Mike. We're doing a radio show right now.
Okay, great. Hang on a second.
The Dave. Yes. You mean the Dave Letterman tape?
Oh, I guess boy, that got through quickly. Yeah.
Hey, they must not be real busy at this place.
No, we're busy here.
You heard it. You just didn't pick up. Is somebody going to answer our questions about the book?
Yeah, we have somebody here who could probably answer.
Maybe you can answer our questions. My name's Don. This is my friend Mike.
How do you do?
And this is our pal Buzz.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Are we on the air?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And let me see. We got, it was actually addressed to our newsman, Buzz.
Right. Okay.
A postcard for your book, Embarrassing Medical Problems.
A review copy.
And we'd like a review copy.
Okay.
And reading your summary, it just so happens that all three of us have specific concerns that are addressed in the book, and we have some questions about each of those chapters.
Not a problem. Do you want to be specific and give me some ideas, and I can actually give you some help right now?
Yeah, maybe you could. Hi, I'm Don, and I'm the guy with lumps on genitals.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
How extensive is the book on that subject?
Oh, very in depth. And actually, if you can, what I first recommend you do is, could you just pull your pants down right now?
I can put my hand down my pants.
No, just take your pants off, and actually, the two of you can help each other.
Hey, excuse me just a second, young man. Young man, are you making fun of us?
You're trying to do some comedy here.
We do a serious show, and we have these serious problems, and you're. I don't think you're taking it seriously.
I'm going to need...
we got a guy this guy wants to be a DJ.
Never. No, I'm
this is the problem. We got a guy trying to do shtick with us here. All right.
No, I'm going into real...
Hey, listen,
after this.
Shecky, listen. Where do we get a copy of this book for free?
Well, I mean, you can get a copy of the book from the publisher, but I have the chapter open now. Do you want to discuss it?
Do you really have the chapter on lumpy? Now you might be talking.
Just read me what it says about lumps on genitals.
Right. Okay. Let's start with this. This, I assume, is a men's question because we have both men and women.
Yes, men.
Yeah. Then we can move on to the next question.
Okay. Here, I'll just read to you. Sometimes we look at our bodies in a new light and notice things that we have never seen before, and we think they are not normal. This often happens with the genital area, partly because it's not easy to compare one's genitals with other people's genitals. If you notice any new lumps or bumps, ask your doctor to check, or go to a clinic. This is because any lumps might actually be warts or other conditions which should be treated. Okay, now here are some that are normal.
Okay, great.
Pearly penile papules are small lumps about...
I got them.
1 to 2 millimeters across.
I got them.
They look like pimples and are roughly the same.
Right, you've got those.
I'm loaded with those.
Okay, and they're normal, tiny glands. Just leave them alone, but don't pick or squeeze them.
Oh, I've been popping them.
Okay, don't do that. Now, ones that are not normal, okay?
Okay.
There's something called a... Molluscum Contagiosum. And these are pinkish-white round lumps, each about 1 to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Oh, I'm hurting already.
I don't think I have those.
Okay, but if you look at them very closely, you'll see that each one has a dimple in its center.
Well, then, Rob, I need a mirror, please.
That's what I'm saying. You guys have to help
If you would give me a hand mirror. Okay, listen.
Or do you want me to just look at it?
Can we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I'd like you to... Could you open up to the chapter on urination during sex?
You got it. Let me just...
I have that problem.
Okay.
Every single time.
Yeah, but the book is available on bookstores to the general public.
Yes.
All right, listen, there's your plug right now. Is it on Amazon.com?
Amazon.com, absolutely. But let me turn to this chapter, because we do get a lot of questions.
Well, I'll tell you, it's something I've been too embarrassed to talk to people about, and I'm fascinated with it.
Let me give you some of the high points, okay?
All right. Good.
A doctor... Okay, here's the question, basically, that starts the chapter. I often pass urine while we're having sex.
Hello!
I can't control it.
Right.
Okay.
What, were you there?
Can't tell you how many times he's come in from the weekend and told me about it.
Yeah, it's just killing it.
Okay, a doctor did a survey of women attending his clinic and found that 24% of them had this problem.
Now, hold on. You said women?
Mike's a man.
I'm a man.
Problem.
No, I realize that.
Is there a segment about men doing this?
Okay, let me give you some general guidelines.
Okay, very good. Great.
Right.
Thank you.
It happens mostly to women, though, but for the men and the...
Great.
Number one, empty your bladder before sex.
Oh, my God. Try that. I never thought of that.
It seems sort of basic, but sometimes we overlook the obvious.
Yeah. Oh, I do the opposite.
Right.
Okay.
Your doctor can also prescribe something called imipramine.
I think that's also an antidepressant.
Oh, you could use that.
But it's also a diuretic, so it's why this is used to
I'll drink a lot of water.
Yeah, it helps treat bedwetters, too.
All right, well, then that's two birds with one stone.
All right, and Buzz, what was the ailment that you had?
Belly button discharge.
Oh, that's a good one, and actually, that's a real serious problem.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about it. We have to work in the same room with that guy.
Okay.
People have to stand clear.
Not a problem. Let me give this to you here real quick.
Yeah, please, free us from these cut-off t-shirts that he wears.
I could blow again at any time.
Okay, well, let's first take a look at that. I'll just read you a little bit.
All right.
Okay, the belly button can become easily infected. It is just the sort of warm, moist crevice that fungi like.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay? If you have a fungal infection, the belly button will look red.
Okay.
And the redness may extend to the surrounding skin for a few millimeters.
Oh, yeah.
It may be itchy.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we could go take Buzz out in the backyard.
Affect the belly button.
We could take him out in the backyard and play archery with him.
Yes, well, if your bacteria infects the belly button, you'll notice there's some scabbing and yellowish discharge.
Oh, yeah. We've noticed that.
Okay? It also may be psoriasis, which is a skin disorder. So what to do if you suffer from belly button discharge?
What to do?
You can resist the urge to pick or scratch, okay?
But I'll try. I can't make any promises, but I'll try.
All right, now listen, hold on. There's one more guy on the show. His name is Rob A. He's our production assistant.
Okay, what's Rob's problem?
Now he has written this down. He wrote the little check mark on the postcard you sent us.
Okay.
He's not proud of this.
I'm not. I don't know where it came from either.
Crab lice.
Sure. Well, that's very good. You know, I even had that myself once.
Really?
You caught it from me.
It's very nice of you to admit that.
No, this was many moons ago. This was in college.
Yeah.
So.
What do you do? He doesn't know. He's too embarrassed, and he just stands in the back of the studio.
He scratches all the time.
It's spread.
Okay.
Well, it started at my genitals, and now it's up my back.
Well, let's first ask Rob there, how he might have caught him. Because they can't jump, hop, fly, or swim.
I don't know how I might have
was recently... No, listen, no kidding. He was recently in Europe.
Yeah, might have caught it from a toilet seat.
Okay, well, that's very possible. They also are very helpless when they're removed from the skin, and they can't... Once they lose their grip, they can't come back. So
really?
You can't get them from toilet seats.
You
can't get them from from the sheets on your bed.
Wouldn't it be basically pubic to pubic contact?
Let me just, close body contact.
Yeah.
They did a lot of cuddling with some French people over there.
Sexual contact is their ideal situation. Anyway, for treatment, you can buy a treatment without a prescription at your pharmacy. I think Quell is one of the better.
Write that down, Rob. Quill or Quell.
It's been amazingly informative.
Yes, it has.
You can go to your doctor. They might be able to get. They actually sometimes the staff at health clinics are expert crab spotters.
Yeah.
And they can confirm that your diagnosis is correct.
That would be easy, Rob. Probably just a drive-through.
Right.
That might be nice.
And there's some prescription lotions that are available.
I love lotions.
And you can even apply the lotion to your entire body.
There you go.
And I would need to.
Well, listen, you have been a big help, and I know I apologize. You're a bit of a wise ass at the beginning, but thank you for...
Yeah, what's your first name? You've been very helpful.
My name is Andrew. I just work for the publisher.
Well, Andrew, this is the Don and Mike show, and you'll hear it tonight on WNEW in New York.
Oh, okay.
And we're all over America, and we are here. We'll promote your book, Embarrassing Medical Problems.
It's a fantastic book, and it's very helpful. And what we like to say is, when it comes to your health, it's no laughing matter.
All right, so let's just review one time. For me and the lumps on the genitals, they're nothing more than common pimples, and I should not try to pop them.
Don't pick.
Because
don't resist the urge wherever possible.
I've got the safe lumps on my genitals. Mike?
I remember that for urination during sex, relieve the bladder prior to engaging in intercourse.
That's like at least an hour in advance.
Very good.
And,
of course.
Buzz, with your belly button discharge?
Again, don't pick, I think, was the advice.
That's it.
And Bob, with your crab lice?
Right, I want to get a lotion called Quill and stay away from all Frenchmen.
And listen, if you'll hold on, we'll give you our address.
We'll send you a copy of the book.
Please do, because that's how we got your number. You sent us the card originally. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Hold on a second.
All right.
Hold on a second.
Well, that was very informative. Look at that.
Okay.
I feel so much better.
Okay.
Of course, well, we can all say that was only the most problem area for us.
Oh, yeah.
There's several things
we
on
have
that
others.
list. Yeah.
Oh, come on, please.
Right.
I'm looking right here. Ears that stick out. Hello.
Yes, bingo.
Hello. Buzz.
Yes.
Memory problems.
Sorry, what?
Mike.
Yes.
Sweaty hands.
Well, I'm sorry.
And Rob, I only know this from traveling with you. Swollen testicles.
Oh, God. I need to go up to first class.
I'm always asking for extra ice.
What a great book that is. And what's so funny is that they sent it to Buzz.
That's fantastic.
So anyway, we'll give a plug. Embarrassing medical problems at Amazon.com.
I think a terrific book for perhaps a college freshman.
And we thank them. We will be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron rated, The Don and Mike Show.
I tell you to work it, not jerk it.
Ooh, man.
I tell you to work it.
Oh.
Damn dirty apes, Don and Mike.
All right, everything's happening at once here. My brother just called on the hotline during the break.
There's a tornado in Frederick, Maryland.
I told my brother he's got to wait because we have Dude Walker scheduled for a session today.
Dude!
This is this dude on the telephone. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, no, this ain't Dude Walker. Hello, Don and Mike.
Hey, I was just calling to say I took your advice yesterday you gave me about going to see AI.
Oh, I love that movie, AI.
It was great.
Ah.
I just want to call and say thanks. I went to go see it with my wife, and I really loved it, and she really didn't care for it.
Well, you should get rid of her then.
I think what it was is that she was expecting this cute little cuddly thing with, the guy that was in The Sixth Sense, the little kid.
You know, I think a lot of people think because Steven Spielberg, I don't want to waste your time with this, I said it yesterday, but I think a lot of people think because Steven Spielberg had something to do with this movie,
right,
that you're going to go see, like, E.T.
Oh.
But remember that it's really a Stanley Kubrick movie.
And he's my favorite director.
And
if you're a Stanley Kubrick fan, are you going to love this movie?
Yes, because what it is, it's a merging of the two.
Right.
It's not as weird or as nutty or as macabre as it might have been if Stanley Kubrick had done it all by himself.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And it's not as sugary as if Steven Spielberg had done it all himself. The movie AI, I said this yesterday, I think years from now they're going to look back at this like The Wizard of Oz. Now the moms are saying, it's too nutty for the kids. They can't see the robots being destroyed. I really think AI is a fantastic movie.
Oh, good. I want to see it.
A1.
A1 is some people were
many people
ordering up their tickets.
The movie A1. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Now, will somebody tell me, is Dude Walker on the telephone or is he on the Zephyr line? Does anybody know? Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, I want to enter Mike's areola contest.
Hold on now, this is not, we're not doing the areola contest now, we're just doing the nipple contest.
I thought I might be able to convince him.
Call me in my office.
All right, goodbye. You know, we are doing a nipple contest on Monday.
Do you have beautiful areolas?
She's gone. Rob? Rob, Dude Walker, is he on the telephone or is he on the Zephyr?
He's on BTS 2, and he should be able to hear you if you talk to him.
2. Hello, Dude.
Hey, BTS 2.
There he is.
Everybody, there he is, main staff announcer for the Don and Mike Show. Our friend, the great Dude Walker. Howdy, Dude.
All right. Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing great. We've got all kinds of stuff for you today, and I mean today. You're going to be acting today.
Ah, yes, it's going to require. Well, he is an actor. He has appeared on The West Wing.
And don't forget in that Giant commercial where he was with Gay Billy or whatever that kid's name is.
Yeah, that's right. And he played.
Why don't we forget that? We should forget that.
The Nerd Dick. How'd that ad campaign? We haven't seen much of that kid.
No, that campaign is over. No, I just did a movie 2 weeks ago.
What did you do?
You guys were talking about Spielberg. He was doing the new Minority Report movie. It'll be out next year.
Right.
And I got a part in that thing. So
is that with Tom Cruise?
That's right, with Tom Cruise and a bunch of other.
Did you get to see Tom Cruise at all, or do you just have a... Really?
No, I did not act with him. I acted with others in the movie, but
wow. Boy, your acting career, Dude, is really taking off.
It's nice. I got a good agent.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're shut out of King of Queens.
Yeah, who's your agent?
Our acting career is going nowhere.
I know it, guys.
Dude, we have over 50 bumpers for you today.
Wow, right, too.
So we've been working overtime, trying to come up with new fresh bumpers for the show.
Yeah.
Let's go right with cut number 1.
All right, here we go. Nothing but. The Don and Mike Show.
Simple, effective, to the point.
Now, this is, Mike, speaking of areolas.
Yes.
This next one is a tribute to a call that we got from a guy, I think, from New Jersey.
Okay.
When he called and called them Oriellos.
Very good.
Oriellos. Here we go, cut number 2.
They crave lovely Oreos. Don and Mike.
Excellent.
Number 3, how true this one is.
Based on love, mutual love, and love of others. The Don and Mike Show.
So nice to finally have that said. Everybody thinks it.
Now, number 4 is one we should have had for a long time.
Such beautiful taints. Don and Mike. I'm sorry, gotta do Don Jerome, Mike. Let's do this again.
Okay.
Such beautiful taints. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
That's a lie.
It's okay for me and Mike to be talking during this, right? Because you guys are recording due to another channel?
I think we're all set.
Okay. Number 5. This is the most truthful one we've had thus far.
Okay.
Smells like dog food. The Don and Mike Show.
I like that one.
Me and Rob sit around for about 3 weeks.
You do any in France?
About 15 of these came up one night in France. We were
Very good. Wow.
Number 6.
Your source for hot gay action. The Don and Mike Show.
True dat.
Finally. All right, number 7. And this is one where we're using, the backwards word, like when we say, take fitties, and you know what we mean?
Right.
Okay, here we go. Number 7.
Proudly wearing their Rock Kings. Don and Mike.
Okay,
that's a good one. That's good, big lad.
Okay, this next one goes back to our roots in morning drive radio.
Very good.
They were born zoo. Don and Mike.
Oh, God. And our nice conversation with the gentleman from Maine.
Now, this one Mike, we need your help on because we wrote this one. We wanted to be, the guy on TV that goes, oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Right. Dude, come on. Dude, this is exactly how you should do it, Mike. And
he doesn't say, oh, he says, come on.
Was all nasal?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Yes.
It's almost like he's out of breath, too. Come on. Like he's unable to make a breath.
Sound like that old clown.
Come on.
All right, let me try it here. Come on. The Don and Mike Show.
Okay. I think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah. Now, number 10. Mike, we also need your coaching on this one.
Okay.
This is a tribute to you.
Yes.
This is the famous Yoo-Hoo.
Okay.
Yoo-Hoo! Oh, God, I can't get that high.
Yoo-Hoo! Can you do a falsetto, dude?
I don't know. We'll find out here.
Yoo-Hoo!
No, it breaks. I can't get that high.
Yoo-Hoo!
Yoo-Hoo!
That's it.
It won't
good.
break.
That'll do it.
Okay. Let me do it again.
And that's the perfect tone.
Yoo-Hoo! Here's Don and Mike. Sort of my own spin on that one.
Very good.
I just can't do falsetto. I just can't break.
All right, just keep.
I can. My testicles are small.
Number 11. If there was ever a truer one written, I've not read it.
Everybody's favorite, doped-up, drunken, freeloading, major market losers. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Number 12, simply a fallback to a great one we had last time.
They still hate books. Don and Mike.
That's great. We liked that one so much the first time around.
Number 13.
Ladies come stuck on their 2 remaining toes. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
That's a good one.
This was the one, number 14, a tribute to the argument we had with the guy about Allen Iverson, speaking of AI.
Okay.
If they weren't on the radio, they'd be holding ye up. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
I remember that.
Number 15, tribute to the Sopranos.
Let them scrape your nipples off their fine leather seats. Don and Mike.
16, who will get this one? It's about the Magic Christian.
They listen to radio backwards. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Yeah.
Number 17, a tribute to Alan Leinwand, de facto general manager.
It's where the chicken... It's where the chicken contributes and the pig makes a commitment. The Don and Mike Show.
Very good.
Okay, number 8.
Well, he has to do that one again because we had a little glitch.
Yeah, it's all this weather going through. We got to pop on the satellite. So if he could redo the pig one, that would be great.
Glad to do the pig again. Pig, take 2.
Here we go.
It's where the chicken contributes and the pig makes a commitment. The Don and Mike Show.
See, isn't it so much better doing this on the radio? So you guys can hear the process. Number 18, this is something that someone's called up and said to us one day, and we've immortalized it.
They only play commercials when they get bored. Don and Mike.
That dope that called us that day.
I love that one.
Number 19.
If you don't get wood, we don't get paid. The Don and Mike Show.
So true.
Let me see. Number 20, and again, I think this went back to the Allen Iverson Show.
Now, tone down 20% for your listening pleasure. The Don and Mike Show.
There you go.
Again, from the argument. Now, number 21. Mike, I don't know if you're going to get this or not.
Okay.
This one might be just one that Rob and I think is funny. And Buzz, you may get this one.
All right.
Number 21.
Live from the Pegasus, the Don and Mike Show.
You don't get it, right?
Well, no, I remember the Pegasus is it's something to do with New York?
Yes.
Is it something to do with New York, like a gay club in New York?
The biggest homo restaurant in New York.
There you go. Okay.
We drive past it all the time. Number 22. This is a direct quote from me.
Making a daily commitment in the eyes of God. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Amen. Not sure what kind of commitment, but it's a commitment.
No, I said that to some guy someday. One day I said to a guy on the phone, "You're making a commitment in the eyes of God." 23, Mike. This one's dedicated to you today.
Okay.
It's dark pants time. The Don and Mike Show.
Very good. I like that one.
Now the next one, a tribute to Buzz. Reptiles. Please pronounce it reptiles.
Okay. Mammals, not reptiles. Don and Mike.
Very good.
All right, now 25. This happened recently on this show when I was reading out of Penthouse magazine.
Rex, it will remind you of a donkey you once saw. Magnificent. The Don and Mike Show.
Yes, someone talking about the donkey's prowess.
Okay, number 26. Oh, Mike, this is for your wife.
Okay.
Ditch witches of the airwaves. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Very good.
27.
Your one source for angry red snapper. The Don and Mike Show.
28, another great one that came from a caller on the show when we were talking when we were on our zoophile kick.
World champion chicken brickers. Don and Mike.
Remember, those are the guys that have sex and right as they're about to head.
Right.
Number 29.
Providing at least one chub a day. Guaranteed. The Don and Mike Show.
And number 30. This is something I say to Rob when a hot girl's in the studio.
Hey, Rob, come here and feel this. The Don and Mike Show.
Yeah.
31.
Try listening in the fart sack. The Don and Mike Show.
That's simple, to the point.
Now, 32, this is a tribute to Buzz. When Buzz gets pissed, he says, naturally. Naturally.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Naturally. The Don and Mike Show.
33, spotlight on Mike.
It's the home of the Glastonbury Golden Boy. The Don and Mike Show.
Like that one. 34.
As heard on the radio. The Don and Mike Show.
35.
They can bust freestyle, but choose not to. Don and Mike.
Right on. Just let me point something out about the great Dude Walker. Most of these guys, I don't know if you heard when we had the new station voice guy, David Lee, on the other day.
Right.
He was good, not as good as Dude, though. Not as many of these one take, just bang, 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 bang.
He's a professional. Look it up in the book.
With the proper cadence.
I heard him the other day. That guy's inhuman. It's strange. I don't know what's
yeah, but you guys ought to have a big beanbag convention.
That's the battle of the balls, though. You versus
no,
that
he'd kill me. He'd kill me. I don't know what he drinks, but it's stronger than what I can do.
Okay,
Drano.
Number 36, our tribute to Mr. 40.
full-time entertainers, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Anytime you can use the word entertainer, I like it.
All right, number 37.
Radio dictators, Don and Mike.
Very good. Number 38. I love this one. Come right from me.
Chock full of number 3, the Don and Mike Show.
Don't forget, number 3 is,
Yeah, geese.
Right.
Sure.
Jizz. Now, 39. We want him to do this one in the style of when we did that bit, It's Raining Food.
Okay.
So it's, Don and Mike, honey.
Don and Mike, honey.
Let's see what happens here. Don and Mike, honey.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, that's good.
That's it.
Number 40, we got just this. Someone wrote a letter about us to a newspaper and called us this. Number 40.
Satan's imps, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
I always like the nice balance of God and Satan that we have in these.
Yes.
Number 41 is a tribute to a coworker at WNEW in New York.
F. Matt Stout, the Don and Mike Show.
Wow. Some of these will make no sense.
Sure.
But who cares?
Right.
42. I'm proud of this one also.
Listen until you are exploding your seed. The Don and Mike Show.
43.
Gold medalist twat putters. Don and Mike.
Where'd that go? Is that Rob?
Yeah. Now 34, or 44 rather, was when we were talking about, again, reading from the magazine with a guy pushing the girl's head down so that she could do something.
Ladies, let them push your head. Don and Mike.
God. 45. This is mine. I love this one.
2 cocksure broadcasters. Don and Mike.
46. I love this one too.
They can't fit all their junk in a G-string. Don and Mike.
That's great. 47. This one's from Robbie.
They got the voodoo. Don and Mike.
Number 48. Now, we want him to say testing like Wendell. How does Wendell say testing?
Testing! Like, you're going to talk like that. Testing!
Just do one of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Testing! The Don and Mike Show.
Just do a little more angry. A little more in the words.
Okay.
Testing!
Testing! The Don and Mike Show.
How about one more just with that was the great testing, but then your normal regular, the Don and Mike Show.
Okay, good.
B flat. Testing!
Testing! The Don and Mike Show.
Very good.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
49.
All right. Remember, ring on, say what you must, then ring off. The Don and Mike Show.
Excellent.
Oh, number 50. Oh, this came up just on yesterday's show.
Beware, they may be spotting Don and Mike.
All right, now 51. We want you to do like drugged up Elvis.
All right.
This is right off the tape we heard yesterday, because it goes like this. Cara means Don. T means Mike. Tay. I'm sorry, Tay. Yeah, all right, karate. Kara means Don. Tay means Mike.
Mike.
Kung Fu means the Don and Mike Show.
All right.
Like your slurry Elvis.
Okay. Yeah, well. Kara means Don. Tay means Mike. Kung Fu means the Don Mike Show.
Yeah. You nailed it, dude.
That's good. Very good.
All right, number 52. It's simply a fact. We should have it tattooed somewhere on our bodies.
Their penises enjoy being with women. Don and Mike.
All right, now 53. No offense, Buzz. This came from Rob, and I don't speak French. I have no idea. Do you need Rob to help you with the pronunciation?
Yeah.
Hey, Rob? Rob, you're going to have to help him with the pronunciation.
Because if I even get one word wrong, it'll look like foolish, so I might as well just get help.
It's quite simple. Il n'aime pas.
Il n'aime pas du... Yeah, okay. I got the rest. Yes. Okay.
Voila. Don Geronimo and Michelle O'Mara.
Is cannabis? It's like...
Cannabis.
Cannabis. From Spanish, that
And
way.
it should be Donald Geronimo.
Donald. Donald. Okay. All right, let's try this. Il n'aime pas du cannabis. Voila. Donald Geronimo and Michelle O'Mara.
Yeah. Very nice, dude.
That was a tough one.
Well done.
Beauty. Okay.
To page 3.
All right. Number 54 we're on now.
Yeah, I'm going to take credit for this one. 54.
Okay. With a lifetime supply of blood in their sack, Don and Mike.
55.
Working for ye, the Don and Mike Show.
Love ye. 58. No one's going to get this one.
It's an extra-large show in a medium-sized package. The Don and Mike program.
Private. Sorry, Buzz. Private. And 58, as always.
God damn it. The Don and Mike Show.
I believe that's a wrap.
Bravo, dude.
Right.
I believe that is
Nicely done.
That is a wrap.
Need goddamn it once more.
Oh, we need it again?
Really?
Okay.
Okay. I'm used to this with Spielberg, over and over with the guy.
Okay.
Oh, really? Lots of takes with Steve?
No, I'm just kidding. There were several, but good working with him.
You worked with Steven Spielberg, dude.
I did. We call him S now. We're close.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Ready again?
Yeah.
God damn it. The Don and Mike Show.
Bravo, dude.
That's it.
Once again,
Stellar job.
simply the finest. The finest voiceover talent in America. There he is.
You're the best, dude.
Mr. Dude Walker. Thank you. Now, we got another whole page of off-air stuff for you.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Did you see that? Did you see all that stuff?
I got it right here.
Okay,
yes.
great.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm ready to go for it.
Beautiful. Thank you, dude. Great talking to you.
Thank you.
And I guess they'll take it up with you in the production room. Thanks. Talk to you in 3 months.
All right.
All right. There he is. Movie star and big bald announcer, Dude Walker.
Dude Walker, and we don't mean bald like lack of hair.
No. Big bald, B-A-L-L-E-D. How much you want the hotline ringing? It's my brother. He's 5 minutes early.
Yeah, you said call back in 25 minutes. He calls back in 20.
Hello.
Hey, you damn dummy.
Hey, you dumb. You know what? I just got done with the voice session guy. Can you wait through a commercial break?
Oh, man.
Hey, come on. What am I keeping you from today in Wisconsin?
What's that?
What am I keeping you from today that you have to do in Wisconsin?
Fixing my speedboat.
Ah, you got a speedboat.
Radio-controlled speedboat.
Okay. Hey, call back in 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah, I got to play commercials.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye.
Now, he won't.
No, he will.
It'll be later, though. We'll see.
Well, either way, we'll be back in 6 minutes. Be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron Lincoln, the Don and Mike Show.
Country music sucks. All it does is take precious airspace away from shock DJs whose cruelty and profanity amuse us all.
Shut up, boy.
Nothing but. The Don and Mike Show.
You see that? That's a quick turnaround. We got the new bumpers on the air already.
Wow. Dude is a pro.
Next Monday, according to our DJ service, our DJ fax service, it's National Nipple Day.
Yes, we're celebrating.
Next Monday, July 16th, we're going to be paying $1,000 an in for the biggest nipple. Hello? I bet that was my brother calling back. Why did he hang up? I went to him right in the middle of the conversation there.
Oh, come on, man.
Fixing his boat. I give him a moment to call in.
His remote-controlled speedboat.
Yeah, Buzz, not his speedboat.
Yeah, right.
It's like Radio Shack boat that he sits on the side of the river with a little steering wheel.
That's the SS Damn Dummy.
Is him calling in? Hello?
It's been 6 minutes.
Okay, we're back on the air.
Oh, okay.
So, the Nipple Contest is next Monday. We are looking for the women with the largest nipples.
Longest.
The longest nipples. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be different if it was largest.
Yeah, largest would be, incorporating everything. We just want length.
Yeah, not the circumference, the length.
It can be skinny.
The length, big, long, like pieces of pasta. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
That would be legal.
Like shoestrings.
But, if it's like a skin tag, we're not going to accept that.
No. Girls, if you have got big, long nipples, call 877-365-3636.
Come on.
Next Monday, we're celebrating National Nipple Day by paying $1,000 an inch.
Wow.
For the longest nipples. And to answer your questions, yes, girls, when you come down, you can diddle them, you can tweak them, you can fine-tune them.
But hands off when it's measuring time.
Right, you can diddle to your heart's content until the nipples are ready to be measured.
Come on.
And that's when we'll come in with a ruler. Longest nipples win $1,000 an inch.
Then there's potential for a $10,000 winner.
Sure. I mean, what the hell? According to some of those videos we've seen, we might have a $15,000 winner. Imagine that, a girl with a 15-inch nipple.
You've won $120,000.
The contest is next Monday. We got, how many girls are we? 2 girls, Lisa? 2 girls signed up. Poor Lisa. Would you like to go home and just put your head in a sink bucket of ice, cold water?
I'm just hungry.
Hungry. Have some hamburger. Have some McDonald's food. Isn't that good for a hangover?
I believe that we discovered one time coming back from Atlantic City that a greasy cheeseburger is the ultimate cure for the hangover if you're able to ingest it.
Oh, yeah, and I've done that before, and it's helped me a lot. Joe's already gone to get me a double cheeseburger meal and a 6-piece
What time did your evening end?
Oh, not very late. I'm fine. I'm just a little tired.
Listen, you're lovely, as always. You're very handsome, strikingly handsome. But, boy, you look
like a few miles of bad road.
You look like hell today.
I love you guys, too.
All right. And, we have a tape. Hey, Jimmy, hold on just a second. I have a tape of Lisa last night.
Oh, good.
Before the last drink.
Oh, very good. She was actually on microphone, wasn't she?
Yes, with her boyfriend, Nick, at the bar up the street. Here's Lisa.
I'd like to try to do my latest record. I tried it last night and didn't make it.
There she is, our producer, Lisa.
I don't know the words to it, so I can read it. I goof it up. Just, please forgive us.
There she is, Lisa Herndon, everybody. Should be better soon. All right, so here he is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, hey there.
America's Dairyland. My real-life brother, Jim. What the H-E double toothpaste going on, you damn dummy?
Not much. Had the last couple days off.
Yeah, so you're out with your remote control speedboat?
Yep, one of them.
How's it working?
Oh, great. We clocked him Sunday at 56 miles an hour.
Wow. 56 miles an hour. That's a projectile at that speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you and all your neck friends, you take that pretty seriously, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got 4 boats and 3 cars, monster truck.
Now, keep in mind, my brother can barely keep his house payment going. His phone is month to month. The electricity is, if it's warm outside, we don't need the electricity.
Right.
But he has a fantastic selection of these remote-controlled vehicles.
Now, has this replaced hunting as your number one hobby?
Oh, no, this is just summer hobby.
A summer hobby.
You can't hunt in the summertime.
Ah, that's right.
Can't wait for September 17th.
That's the day, huh?
Yeah. That's boat season opening.
Now, are you still driving over the road?
No, I'm hauling concrete.
Hauling concrete?
Oh, you mean you're hauling the concrete truck that you hose out at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah. I thought I was doing that when last time I talked.
I think you were. I think you were actually just starting that.
I think you were also.
Yeah, I broke my front axle on the truck here last week, so they're getting it back together later today. So I had a 4-day weekend.
And how are things in Wisconsin?
Hot and humid.
Does the cheese factory smell?
Oh, yeah.
I've told Mike about that plenty of times, that when we would go down to Beloit,
right?
When we were kids, we lived in Wisconsin. Right. We lived in Beloit and South Beloit, Illinois, and Beloit, Wisconsin. And you would go down to Beloit, Wisconsin,
right?
And around 5 o'clock in the middle of summer-time, I ask you not,
you smell cheese.
You smell rotten cheese.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a cheese factory right in the middle of town.
So what you'd smell would be...
They dump it all in the river.
Oh, you'd smell like the cheese leavings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, what's bad, too, is the paper factories up north by Stevens Point.
Right.
They smell like a rotten egg fart.
Oh, my God. So you got cheese...
and it's for miles around.
And then the paper factory...
Oh, man. Terrible.
Well, Jimmy, did you watch the NASCAR last weekend?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Wow. Well, listen, you can probably give me an insight on this. I only watched the NASCAR.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. won it.
Yes, and I think that it was fixed for him to win. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I didn't watch the race, so I couldn't say. But I know Michael Waltrip blocked for him and all that. I believe they're teammates, because his dad, the one that hit the wall, owns Michael Waltrip's car.
There you go. Now we're in my brother's wheelhouse right now. NASCAR. If it's NASCAR, if it's monster truck, if it's WCW.
Well, we had some irate calls from NASCAR fans just saying that they'd never be able to fix a NASCAR race. What do you think about that, Jim?
He can fix anything.
That's right.
He talks.
All right, let me ask you about some other current events. I love asking my brother about current events on the show.
Always very
I've been in
exciting.
my own world lately.
Jimmy.
What?
Can you name the less than feminine comedian, a female comedian who wears Paula Poundstone.
See, he does it even before. I love it when he gets them before the questions.
What a nasty thing.
What is she in trouble for, allegedly?
Child abuse.
There you go. Very good. Yeah. Who is the current sitting vice president?
What's his face? Just had that heart transplant thing, or that.
Yes, and his name?
That kicker thing in there.
Yeah, well, come on. His name?
Cheney.
Oh, hey!
I thought I had him.
He pulled it out.
Good job, Jim.
Jimmy, there's a boy band, and one of the members of this boy band has just gone into rehab for alcohol. Can you name the boy band?
Backstreet Boys.
Beautiful.
That was a guess, right?
Yeah.
I have another one for him. Jim, can you name the congressman who is in trouble now for his relationship with an intern?
From California. No, I don't know him.
For bonus points, do you know the name of the missing girl?
No. But I've been watching it.
You know, I'll say this. He's doing much better than he normally does.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
He's doing much better than he normally does. Jimmy, can you tell me the name of the CBS reality show which is offering sex on the internet?
Really? I didn't hear that one.
A brand new CBS reality show. Actually, it's coming back for its second year.
Big Brother?
Big Brother, yeah.
And, Jim, there's a major sporting event on tonight. What is it?
You may have stumped him, Mike.
Don't know.
I think you stumped him. Can I give him a hint?
Sure.
It's not motorsports, is it?
It's referred to as the Midsummer Classic.
I don't know.
All right, can I give him another hint?
Golf?
Sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, not a golf thing.
Give me another hint, or give me a lifeline.
Who would you want to call as a lifeline?
Buzz.
Buzz?
No, well, no, you can't call. I mean, really, we'll call one of your friends if you really want to. Would there be a friend you really would like to call?
No. Everybody's at work.
Yeah.
We could call him.
Everybody but me.
We could give you a 50-50.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, your 50-50 is, it is either Major League Baseball's All-Star Game or the U.S. Senior Open Golf Tournament.
The All-Star Game.
Way to go, Jim.
All right, you nailed it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Good 50-50, though. That's good.
Can you name the two teams that will be playing tonight?
Is it the American League?
And?
That's one.
The National League.
Yeah.
Hey, way to go, Jim.
Can you tell me which league the New York Yankees are in?
National.
No. How about the Boston Red Sox?
What about them?
What league are they in?
National.
No.
Not a big baseball fan, huh, Jim?
No.
How about the Philadelphia Phillies?
American.
No. National.
You bonehead.
And the final question, and listen, you're doing great on the current events quiz today.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the celebrity, the music celebrity who is now known as P. Diddy?
Who?
P.
Diddy?
The music celebrity, the multi-million-dollar record producer / performer who is known as P. Diddy.
It's not that Prince or the artist again, is it?
No.
No, can I ask him a bonus question?
Sure.
Here's a bonus question. This goes back a ways. This deceased actor starred in such hits as Save the Tiger and Some Like It Hot.
Hold on, first let me tell him who
Jack Lemmon.
Oh, he got that?
Yeah, good job.
Let me say that P. Diddy has been involved romantically with J-Lo.
Yes. Oh, Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
That's right.
Way to go.
Daddy. Well, wow, listen to this. You're a big winner today on the current events quiz.
What do I win?
My undying respect.
Send me some pictures from the Nipple Contest.
Okay.
Very good.
I wish I was out there for that.
Actually, if we do the Nipple Contest, if enough girls sign up, we're going to have the webcam, and you'll be able to go to www.donandmikefans.com and watch it.
Have you found any good websites lately, Jimmy?
No, No, I just been playing games mainly on the computer.
Hey, we just got a funny fax here from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Really?
Dear effing fat boys, we at DEI What would that be? Dale Earnhardt International?
I guess.
Would appreciate if you would get your facts straight. It's apparent that you fags know little about the sport of NASCAR.
That's true.
You may want to limit your commentary to a sport you're familiar with. Here are some facts. 1, I had the most dominant car all weekend. I led 116 of 160 laps. Sure, I only qualified 13th, but qualifying don't mean much in NASCAR. 2, Michael Waltrip and I had the 2 best cars at the Daytona. Proof that the teams at Dale Earnhardt Incorporated have the edge in restrictor plate racing. 3, on my final pit stop, I changed 4 tires, something none of the 6 drivers I overcame during my charge to the front had done. It's easier to pass the way I did on 4 fresh tires than worn ones on the other drivers were using. 4, my daddy's dead. F you, fat boys. Yours truly, Dale Jr.
There you go.
He's bitter.
So we've just received a letter from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That's it. Well, he's put us in our place.
And finally, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Here's a final one for you on this quiz.
Okay.
Can you name this celebrity?
I'd like to try to do my latest record. I tried it last night and didn't make it.
Who is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
Would you like to hear it again?
No.
No, come on. I'll play it for you again. I'll play you a longer version.
You got to give me a hint of it, though.
Think oldies.
Who is this celebrity?
No words to it, so...
hold on. How do we get to start over, Rob? Number 11.
Is it Elvis?
Yeah!
That's it. Way to go.
Yes, it's Elvis. Wow, you did a great job on the current events quiz.
Just a laugh.
You really have.
What do you have names for your remote control speedboats?
Yeah, this new one that I just ran today, I crashed him pretty good, but yeah, I named him the Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet. Do you have names for the other boats and cars?
No, not yet.
Oh, really? Not even your
the boats I will.
Not even your monster truck?
No.
So why do you call him the Green Hornet?
Oh, just we painted him dark jade green metallic, and then I went down to his vinyl graphics place and got a pissed off Hornet picture. And
how old are you?
We named him.
Are you 40?
Yeah.
All right, just double checking.
What do you do with your monster truck? I can understand you race your speedboats, but what do you do with your monster truck?
I just run him around in the dirt and stuff.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Do you make the sound like...
No.
Okay.
And how will you be spending the remainder of the Tuesday evening that's ahead of you?
I got Rachel tonight. She's probably just cooking her dinner and watching TV with her or something.
Now, what do you think she'll be enjoying for dinner this evening?
Hamburgers and brats.
Hamburgers and brats.
Yeah, those brats.
We don't have any venison left.
And what will you watch with her this evening, Jimmy?
I don't know. Be something on Disney Channel.
Oh, there you go. Very good.
He's a good dad to the end.
Excellent guy.
All right, you dumb.
You damn dummy.
You damn dummy.
Another one we used to call you was Moose, wasn't it?
Moose?
Yeah.
What they called you, Moose?
Yeah. Called Don Moose.
I like that.
Yes, that was another. You know what?
This show, every day, there is some sort of gift.
Something new that my brother now has remembered. Yes, that's right. My dad used to call me Moose. Hey, you big Moose. And a lot of
I remember another saying he used to say.
What?
Crap bones.
Crap bones?
You remember that?
Yeah. When my dad would be pissed off, he'd go, "Oh, crap bones. Oh, crap bones, you big Moose." A lot of times it was you big stupid Moose.
Wow.
But not like my brother who was called a moron, a damn dummy.
We were both called morons.
Yeah, and his middle name is Philip, so he would be Phil the Pill.
Phil the bad pill.
No, that's right.
Phil the bad pill.
I was always in trouble.
Oh, my God.
Phil the bad pill.
Getting kicked out of school for smoking or setting a trash can on fire.
Yep, that was my brother.
Phil the bad pill.
And look at him now. Look at him now. Pillar of his community, 40 years old, out there racing the Green Hornet.
Do you win your races most of the time?
No, on Sundays we go down to Rockford and a bunch of the local guys just get down there and run them around for fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sad. What a sad existence that is.
There wouldn't be any beer consumed while that's going on, would there?
No, not beer.
I know it makes you happy, and I'm glad you're happy, but, I mean, if I had to live that existence for one day, I swear to God, I'd kill myself.
You don't think you'd enjoy maybe running some remote control speedboats for an afternoon?
No, you know what?
I'd like that.
I lived my whole life with the thought to leave where my brother has chosen to live. That was my whole goal, was to get the hell out of there and never have to go back.
Yeah, it's nice and laid back, though. I don't have the rat race you got out there.
No stress.
You don't know what a stinkhole you're living in, man.
Yeah.
That whole Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, now they're getting a little sibling rivalry going on here. The brother against brother.
Beloit, Wisconsin. All right, well, Jim, as always, I want to ask you if you have any parting words of wisdom for our audience.
Drink a lot of beer.
Drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
What would be the brand du jour?
Oh, I drink Killigan's Red or Beck's Dark.
Killigan's Red.
Killigan's Red or Beck's Dark.
That's right.
What about a nice American beer?
Genuine Draft.
And you say you don't drink beer when you're racing your speedboats.
No.
Why?
Just don't. Standing out in the sun.
Get dehydrated.
Right. I think we ought to just leave it as is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let
that would be better. Got to study for those tests.
All right. I got you. All right, Dumb. I will talk to you later.
Love you, bro.
Okay, I love you. I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, it's always happy when my brother calls the show.
Yeah. That is like 3 in a row where, he's got his stuff together. He's doing real well with himself.
Yeah, he's very happy. Fill the bad pill.
You wouldn't like to race those little remote controls? I would think if you had one of those remote controls in your hand, I will tell you that I know you'd love it.
Maybe when I was 5.
You'd love it today.
And you know what? All right, maybe I'd like it for 5 minutes. But I'm telling you, my brother's life revolves around this stuff.
I remembered seeing that little boy up on the roof the other day.
Oh, Mike, fireworks are different than playing with a remote-controlled boat.
Not if you do battle bots with it.
What, run them into each other?
You bet your ass.
But even that has a shelf life.
Not if you put firecrackers attached to it.
Okay. See, you make it better, though.
Thank you.
You take it up, you kick it up a notch.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, well, that's my brother. I sure do love him. God damn, am I glad I'm not him. We will, and me. We will be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show.
What's this, a delegation?
We just came down here to get you away from that radio.
That's right, Herman. It causes nothing but trouble.
Don't worry. I'm just trying to get some music so I can relax. Will you listen to that?
You can call Don and Mike anytime, toll free at 1-877-365-3636. That's 1-877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Hey, Dad, I got a new record today. Is it okay if I play it on the phonograph?
Well, of course it is. I think it's very nice for a young boy to be interested in music.
They crave lovely Oreos. Don and Mike.
All right, we're up for an edition of Way Out There if you're ready for it. Way Out There. If you feel like it, I've got something for you here.
I do, Kenneth.
Actually, we've got quite a few options today.
Okay.
We've got a good Way Out There. Mm-hmm. We've also got It's Raining Food. We also have, now the story about Survivor is something that was interesting to me. Oh, hold on, before we do any of this. I know, totally forgetting out of the newspaper today. Oh. I think I need the door sound effect.
Yeah, is he here?
Rob, Mike, yeah, he'll be here in a moment.
Oh, good.
I don't know if you read this or not today. I'm not making this quote up.
Right.
This is from USA Today. Arnold Schwarzenegger headed from Johannesburg on Monday for a Special Olympics mission in South Africa.
Right.
The muscular star is the official torchbearer for the organization founded by Eunice Shriver, who turns 80 today, that can't make the trip as planned. Schwarzenegger and Nelson Mandela will kick off the 3-day African Hope 2001 program Thursday with a torch lighting celebration. This is the quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's carrying a torch to the Special Olympics in Africa.
For Eunice.
He's there with Nelson Mandela. This is the quote. I want Arnold to come on the show and comment on this.
Okay, very good.
In today's paper. Quote is, he broke out of his chains. So can retarded people.
Very nice. Idiot.
What a dope.
Wow.
You know, you can't write it. You can't write your gags better than
Sure.
this.
No. Sure.
What a freaking idiot. This guy wants to be the governor of California.
Good luck.
So his quote is, he's standing there with Nelson Mandela, he broke out of his chains, so can retarded people. Well,
That's Arnold.
He's back from Africa. He's back from South Africa, joining us now on the Don and Mike Show exclusively. Here is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hi, how you doing? It's good to see you. How you been? You having a good time?
So Nelson Mandela broke out of his chains?
He broke out of his chains, so can retarded people. That's the thing that was, I say that because they wrote it for me. That's the way it was supposed to be done.
I don't think somebody wrote that for you.
No, I said it myself. Sometimes I don't think when I speak, you know, that's the way it is. But it's good to be here. And I'm thinking about doing the run for the governor's office, the politics, you know, when I met with the Kennedy claim. Then they said, Arnold, you're a Republican, but why don't you think about running for the office and going into the political amphitheater? Yeah, that's the thing you said. That's right.
Now, let me just read this paragraph again from the newspaper.
Yes.
Schwarzenegger and Nelson Mandela kick off the 3-day African Hope 2001 program Thursday with a torch lighting ceremony for the Torch Run.
Yes.
Where Mandela had been imprisoned to Cape Town.
Dankeschön.
Quote, Arnold Schwarzenegger, quote, he broke out of his chains. So can retarded people.
Well, I thought because he was in the prison that would be the good thing.
But retards aren't in prisons.
No, I guess maybe I didn't think about that too clearly. But, you know, I always say, if it sounds good, say it. And, you know, people get so angry if I don't have the right quotes to go right away.
Do you have a copy of the newspaper there in front of you?
Jawohl.
Would you read that quote directly, just as you read it?
Okay, don't get
you said it?
Okay, here we go. He broke out of his chains. So can retarded people. That's what I said. I stand by the quotes. You don't think I know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know, it's a classy thing to say. I'm Arnold, and I know everything about everybody. And don't keep talking about those stupid tabloids that all, you know, with all the BS that's in there about whether or not I'm having the affairs. It's not true.
Well, I think you've been taken off the page of the tabloids with Congressman Condom and Robert Blake.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that's bad that the congressman who had the thing with the TNT that he didn't come out forward and say out forward that what he was doing. That's not right. He's stupid.
So how did you like working with the retards over there?
I did not. I didn't like it a little bit, you know. No, I did. It was fine. It was a good thing to do for the Kennedy clan. That's why I'm fulfilling the obligation. I'm trying to be the good guy. That's what I'm doing right now.
And when you got over there, I mean, your quote says he broke out of his chains, so can retarded people.
Yeah.
When you got over there and you addressed these people at this getting together, did you
know, one time I was in Brazil a long time ago, and I'd go down to Brazil because they had my favorite body part.
What's that?
The ass. I like asses. That's what I like more than anything else.
Did you ever address these people? Did you ever say, hello, retarded people?
No, I didn't.
Then why would you say something so incorrect?
Well, there's a reason I can give you as an explanation. Are we still on the air?
Yeah.
The explanation is I'm not bright. I don't do quotes good, and I don't say things that are smart because I say things at the wrong time.
Did they yell at you about this quote, he broke out of his chains, so can retarded people?
No, they don't yell because I'm Arnold, and I show up and I'm the big movie star, and they're happy to have me. And I say, hi, how's everyone doing? You happy to have me at your function? You happy to have me here with all of you people? Then I will get up and make a speech. Just remember, if I say something stupid, you don't gal me on it, you see? You just let me say it because I'm the big star. And I'm on a movie star who gets his ass kissed.
So you're standing up on stage and you say this. What does Nelson Mandela Does he say anything to you when you say...
He shook my hand. He said, thanks for coming. Good that you could be here. Give my best to Maria and Eunice and the rest of the Shrivers.
Nobody said anything to you about saying he broke out of his chains, so can retarded people?
Nine, they don't do that.
Because I would think that someone from the Special Olympics might point out to you that the Special Olympics is for people with all kinds of disabilities.
I don't know.
I mean, they're not retards.
No. You know, it's when I was also with the President's Council on the physical fitness.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a lot about that, and I'd get up and I'd talk. And if I make a mistake, the guy would whisper in my ear, he'd say, Arnold, don't worry. You can say something stupid, but they'll let you do it because you're a bodybuilder.
Now, did someone pull you aside and say,
Nine.
They're not retards?
Nine.
No, nobody said anything to you?
Nine, no.
Until I brought this to your attention, were you even aware that you had said something that was less than fantastic?
I speak to a lot of groups, and I say a lot of stupid things, okay? And I say things that I don't necessarily know that I'm talking about, but it's okay because I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. People look up to me and they say, you're this great big hero. A lot of people consider me a hero. That's why one time, this friend of mine was riding in my Hummer with me, and he said, you know what you should do?
What?
I said, what? He said, you should run for governor. I said, that's a good idea. I'm smart enough and I'm strong enough. I could be a great governor compared to... I'll get those light bulbs put back on. I'll get all the light bulbs put back on, light bulbs.
This is the kind of quote, though, I think, that if you were to run for public office, might come to bite you in the ass someday.
Oh, well, that would be good for me. You know why?
Why?
Because the ass is my favorite body part.
Of course, then again, who knows how many retarded people vote? So you're alienating just a small part of the possible voting public.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you lived in California, would you vote for me?
If I was retarded, I would.
Oh, I'm not sure I like that comment. You're trying to bust my chops.
You'd have to be retarded to vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger as governor.
You're busting my chops just like you did when I was in Batman. It all started with that. You didn't like me as Mr. Freeze. Can you be called Batman? That cracks me up. It really does. So you're going to go see my latest movie?
I don't even think you have a movie coming out, do you?
You're right, I don't. There's nothing in the pipeline. So maybe I should get back to the studio and do some work, and people will say, hey, it's another Arnold film. We should go out and see it.
As a matter of fact, you know the guy who they say is going to take your place is...
no one takes Arnold's place.
That guy that was in Boiler Room and the guy that's in The Fast and the Furious. What's his name? He's got a weird name.
To take Arnold's place.
The dude with the bald head?
Oh, that guy's a fag.
Oh, that guy's not a fag?
It's a gigantic turbo pussy.
What's that guy's name? Hey, Lisa, what's that guy's name?
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, you know what he can do? He can press his nose up against my taint and smell my anal vapors. You think I've been there for Van Damme, I've been there for Seagal, I've been there for all the guys they say was going to take over for the Arnold, and it's not true. So this guy, Mr. Diesel Motor, come up and try to do it, try to maintain. Do you know what I have?
What?
I got 3 things going for me.
What's that?
I'm smart.
Yeah.
I have sex appeal.
Yeah.
I got big muscles. You can't beat that.
Did you ever think that maybe you're alienating your core group of fans? Because I saw your last movie, The Sixth Day.
Yeah, The Sixth Day. Very popular. People liked it.
I think... You'd have to be retarded to pay to see that movie.
You know something? I don't care. I think Donald's is the biggest guy, and he's the biggest movie guy in the whole world.
Well, I think that right here you're alienating a large part of the audience that buys tickets to your movie.
9.
When you say that retarded people can break out of their chains.
9. I'm going to be a big political leader. I'm going to do fewer and fewer movies. Then I'll win the governorship. Then I'll run for senator. Then I might even run for Congress after that.
So would you like to apologize for the statement that you made, where you said Nelson Mandela broke out of his chains, so can retarded people?
9. Schwarzenegger doesn't apologize to nobody, but he makes good movies, and he will come, because I'm such a big star. Would you like to have one of my big cigars that I chomp on?
Now, what about this story that Rob gave me out of the newspaper today? Not about you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this story about Germany saying that they're going to welcome immigrants only if they assimilate to German values. In other words,
that's a good idea.
In other words, if you're from another land and you want to live in Germany, you have to swear that you're going to do things the German way.
We used to do that at the airports in Austria. When I was working up there in Austria in the airport, I was a baggage handler. And if we'd get somebody coming in from another country, what we'd do is we'd take them out of their crazy outfit and we put them in lederhosen and a hat with a feather on the side of it.
So you're all for this move.
Well, the problem, if I can explain that this is kind of political, it might be boring for the people that know me from like Terminator and the things like that.
No, please go ahead, Arnold.
But there's a good explanation.
What is it?
Would you like to hear it?
What is it?
This is the explanation I can give. In Germany and Austria, we believe in our traditions. So when the immigrants come over from the other countries, we like to make sure that everybody gets together. And so what we do is we have a little package that we put together called the Master Race Package. And we put everybody in the same suits, and we make them all say the same things, and then everybody's happy, okay?
And that makes sense to you?
Yeah, it's important. I would lecture them and say, welcome to Austria. Forget all your previous traditions. You're living here now. If you want to get along, you have to pay attention to our rules and observe our traditions. Einen traditions.
Now, would you like to apologize for just saying that anyone who wants to move to Germany or Austria should join the master race?
I didn't say that. You're trying to twist my words just because my father was in that party.
Because your dad was a Nazi.
I'll tell you right now, that's not acceptable. You know something? You're really starting to get me hot under the collar. When I'm governor, I think I'm going to put you in prison.
I can't believe you're not being criticized. I read this article by this cow, Jeannie Williams in USA Today, where she's writing about what a great guy you are for going over to Africa and helping out with the Special Olympics. Meanwhile, you say he broke out of his chain soaking retarded people, and they make it like you didn't say anything wrong.
Well, that's it. You know why that is?
Why?
Look who you're talking about. Arnold Schwarzenegger, turbo movie star, and comic actor. Let me familiarize you with my work in Twins. And also Chinkle All the Way, what I did with Sinbad.
And don't forget about Junior. The world's first pregnant man.
That was good where I played I actually did research.
With retards?
No, I would talk to the people who were pregnant with the babies, and I'd say, how does it feel? Why don't you share it with me? Because I'm going to be in a film where I play a man who's pregnant. And that helped me get the role that I did with the thing.
All right, listen, let's take a break. I'd like to speak to Arnold off the air because I find it hard to believe that no one said anything to him about this quote about retarded people. So let's, Robbie, can we take a break?
Sure, we're clear in 5.
Okay, we'll be clear. We'll be right back. Clear?
Oh, good. Okay. Boy, when can I get some pussy?
Comment about retarded people.
I don't care about any people.
But they yelled at you about that,
They gave me lots of crap. They said, that's a stupid comment.
Yeah.
You're offending a lot of group of retarded people and advocates for retarded people. I said, I don't care. You're looking at the guy I care about, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do you know that
Mr. Fag.
Do you know the Special Olympics?
9.
Those people are not retarded?
I don't know. It's not important to me.
They're like kids who they're sad. Their legs don't work or their arms don't work.
Yeah.
They're not retarded.
Yeah, there are lots of retarded people in the Special Olympics, though. That's what they told me in the pamphlet. But you know something? Why cry over spilt milk? I'm more concerned about what Germany's doing with the immigrants, which I think's a good thing. Don't you? Wow. I think that's serious stuff we can talk about now that we're off the air.
Yeah.
So
you're a big believer in that, huh?
I'm going to be in Washington for a couple of days. You think you could get Jenna and Shiloh to come to my hotel?
Oh, the Bush girls?
Yeah, they got a great ass.
They're only 19.
No, not Jenna Bush. The strippers that you had.
Jenna and Shiloh.
Oh, no, I don't want them. They're beasts. I don't like that.
You meant the girls from 2expos.com.
Why don't you bring the strippers over? Then we can talk about Germany and purification.
I thought you were talking about George Bush's daughter.
No, I like them older than that, with the big breasts.
Hey, did you hear?
Especially the real ones and the nice ass.
Did you hear about our new contest?
What's that?
The Nipple Contest?
Oh, ach du liebe deine kleine Frau.
Yeah.
Das ist prima.
Yes.
Das ist prima.
Next Monday is National Nipple Day. I read that in the DJ magazine.
Maybe I come by, huh? Maybe I come by and let them taste my wurst. You like to taste the wurst? Come on, have a slice of Arnold.
Hey, Rob, how long till we're back on the air here?
We got,
Hey, can I come by for your nipple contest?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. You know, all the girls love me. I swear to God. Yeah. I get more stink than any guy in the movies.
How do you keep that from Maria?
Who cares? She's happy to be married to a star.
What about those teeth I heard?
She's a girl, and she better not wear pants outside the house.
What about those teeth and that jaw?
Well, I don't have to worry about that. I'm always on location.
Hold on, we going back on?
Oh, going back on the air. All right, yeah.
Count me down 10.
Okay.
Listen, thanks for speaking honest.
Hey, no problem.
5.
Well, sorry to bust your balls all the air about that retarded thing.
Yeah, that's all right. No.
1.
We're back with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, it's great to be on the Don and Mike show. This is good. I'm really excited about this.
Arnold was just telling me he's got many, many exciting projects coming.
Lots of projects coming up. I'm going to direct again. Just like when I directed Creepshow.
That's great.
And I'm really excited about all the good things that are happening, that I'm going to have lunch with George W. Bush, a great man, a great American. And then we're going to go out and maybe throw a football around.
You know, there were a couple of girls named Jenna and Shiloh.
I'm not interested in that type of thing.
They're a couple of nice Republican girls.
Oh, good for them.
And they have expressed an opportunity to meet you. And
that's okay. I'd like to meet all my fans, girls and boys. I'd like to meet all my fans, girls and boys. That would be a good time. Perhaps they can come by when I'm doing one of my picture signings in my hotel room.
And then perhaps, for the record, before you leave, would you like to just very briefly again about the thing about retarded people? That was. I say that was wrong.
That was wrong.
That was wrong. And your comments about how Germany should...
oh, very wrong.
Very wrong?
Yeah, don't believe in that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen...
Don't believe in the immigrants putting on the right customary clothing that they should wear. In Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Great.
Here, go see my films.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much, Don. Always a pleasure.
Count us down, Rob.
Right, in 10.
Okay, here we go. Arnold, you're the #1 movie star in the world.
Donkey Shine.
Great talking to you.
Such a pleasure, Don.
Love you. Love you. And don't say the F word.
Oh, sorry about that.
Don't say the F word.
Everybody jumped out of their skin. I'm sorry. I thought we were clear. I thought we were clear.
We're not clear.
I'm so stupid.
I like you today. Why the F did you say that thing about my quote?
Hey, do you want to go out and check out chicks' taints? Hey, Donkey Shine. Who loves you, baby? There he goes.
Wow. There he is, the very stupid Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Very stupid, very complicated. Who knows what's going to come out of his mouth next?
What a dumb quote. And no one calls him on it.
No,
nobody calls him on it.
Arnold.
He broke out of his chains. So can retarded people.
Very interesting.
You know, the crowd and oh, yeah.
Arnold, yes. Well, probably somebody put it in his head.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, our exclusive interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It smells interesting in here.
We will be right back.
#1 Arbitron rated, The Don and Mike Show.
And in my club, I will place the pot whenever the I please.
Based on love, mutual love, and love of others.
Right.
The Don and Mike Show.
Right. That ridiculous show, Big Brother 2, is on tonight. I think we'll wait for tomorrow to do our Big Brother thing. We'll watch it tonight and let you know what's happening on that tomorrow. Also, we do have a Donnie's record bag. I think we'll open it up in a couple of minutes here, but we've got so much great stuff we'll probably have to do over the next day or two also.
Lots of good new stuff.
On tomorrow's episode, lots of new good old stuff.
Right.
Also, tomorrow on the show, Chuck Stossel, the Love Muscle.
All right.
We'll be here to review movies. Okay. Before we get to Way Out There, we've got a good Way Out There today. I want to just real quick try to call the number that we've been trying most of the day. We've not been able to get through on.
Okay.
It's the number of a guy in Africa. This has nothing to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger and retards and Special Olympics.
Okay.
This is about Survivor, the African Outback, or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Right.
The production crew that is setting up the Survivor sets in this part of Africa where they're going to be shooting the new Survivor. They're using special branded toilets that turn human waste into drinking water.
You mean all human waste?
Listen, the crew intends to use the converted water to reduce dust during filming at the game preserve. So I guess they're not going to be drinking the water. I guess they're going to be using Mike, I don't know if it's number 1 and number 2.
See, that's important to me.
Yeah.
When I'm drinking my number 2, forget about it.
A CBS spokesperson confirms the 16 new survivors have been chosen. Filming will start soon, but she won't comment on the high-tech toilets. We do have a number for a guy on the crew.
Cool.
72760. Well, that's good. I'm so stupid. Why don't I just read the number right off the page so you all can call him on your own if you get a chance. The guy's name is David.
David?
Trying to give him a call now. This is a guy in Africa who can...
telephone is temporarily out of service.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
The telephone is temporarily out of service. The telephone is temporarily out of service.
Well,
the telephone is temporarily out of service.
All right, well, the phone's out of service, but we've got this for a future phone call.
Out of service.
The guy who's on the crew of Survivor, the African Survivor, and apparently he's ready to tell us about the toilets that turn the waste into water.
Yum, yum.
Now, on to Way Out There.
Way Out There!
I'm Ken Stevens.
I'm Alan Line 1.
And welcome to today's edition of Way Out There.
Super duper.
We're gay. We're proud.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I guess we can use the same theme.
Yes.
Everybody, and welcome to another edition of Way Out There. I'm Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Line 1.
We're gay, we're proud.
We are proud.
And we've got quite a story today, Alan. Are you ready for this one?
I certainly am there, Kenneth.
Barbie's boyfriend, Ken, will be getting competition from Jim Morrison.
Oh, really?
They're making a doll version.
Oh, stop.
Of Jim Morrison.
Oh, Jim Morrison, he was so dreamy when he was alive.
Now listen to this.
Not dreamy anymore.
The doll will sell for $10, and the Jim Morrison doll is much more anatomically correct.
Do you mean to tell me it has the penis?
Than Ken.
Oh, my God.
It's got a twig. It's got berries.
Oh, and it's got everything else. Hair?
Robbie? I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
Call this man right here. He's waiting for the call from Ken and Alan on the show Way Out There.
Way Out There.
We're calling Arizona.
That's good. Now, I've always been a big fan of the Doors, but especially when Jim Morrison wore his leather pants.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Way Out There. My name's Ken Stevens.
I'm Alan Limewant.
And listen, we're gay, and we work in upper management at CBS Radio. And we're proud to say that once a week, CBS puts us on the air, and then let's do a radio show. And no longer do we have to hide behind the beards that people think of our wives, Roz and Betsy.
Absolutely not. We're here to tell everyone that it's okay, and what's wrong with that?
We're here, we're queer, we're managing CBS stations.
Get used to it!
Let's face it, my wife Roz and your wife Betsy,
yes,
they're beards.
Yes, they are, and we are really, in reality, two gay men that enjoy the company of men socially and sexually.
We are gayer than gay.
Wow. We are.
Again, my name is Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Line 1.
Out there, how you doing? Great, you ready to go on the air with Ken and Alan? All right, hang on for a second, and when you hear them, you'll be on the air. Thanks for joining us.
Is he ready?
Yep, Ken on line 9.
Okay, well, let me get the music going here. Very good. Welcome back, everybody. Hallelujah, and welcome. Welcome to another edition of Way Out There. Hi, I'm Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Line 1.
We are coming to you on the Westwood One Radio Network. We're openly gay.
Yes, we are.
And we hope with you that's okay.
Because we think it's okay, and that's why we are Way Out There.
Our guest is Ken Reinstein, who joined us from Tempe, Arizona.
Hello, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Welcome to Way Out There.
Glad to be here.
I'm Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Limewand, and we have some big news for doll collectors.
Now, we love Barbies. I can't tell you how many Barbies I have.
I've got all the Barbies from the old days and also the new collection.
You don't have all the Barbies.
All right, I don't.
You don't have all of them.
I've got almost all of them.
You've got a lot of them.
I've got Beach Barbie.
You do.
I've got Schoolmarm Barbie.
You do.
I've got Ken. In a variety of poses. Yes, I've got a Ken.
He's got a lot of Ken. Now, I've
got Tuxedo Ken. That's my favorite Ken because it looks like he belongs on top of a wedding cake.
And I have G.I. Joes. I love the G.I. Joes because they have real-life hair and beard.
They're wonderful.
We are fascinated by this story about your company making Jim Morrison dolls that are anatomically correct.
Oh, gee.
Is this true?
Well, let's just say there's no mistaking that Jim Morrison is a member of the male species.
Oh, that is wonderful. And I think that is trailblazing.
That is beautiful.
That is trailblazing that you were actually able to make him anatomically correct.
Well, I mean, he's wearing clothes, and you can't take the clothes off, so, don't get too
wait a minute. Hold on.
What, did you just put a sock in his pants, a little doll sock in his pants?
That's an insider industry secret that I am not at liberty to reveal.
Wait, you're telling me you've created this doll in the likeness of Jim Morrison, and you can't put him in different outfits?
No, he doesn't come with the
What's the dilly, yo?
The beach house, swimwear outfit or anything like that.
Oh, no, listen, we've been.
How tall is the doll?
He stands about 6 inches or so.
Oh, 6 inches. So he's not like a full 12-inch figure.
He would be like a miniature with our Barbies and our Kens.
Well, there you go. But that's the traditional size of most of the products we
There would be other things we could do with a little Jim Morrison doll, though.
First of all, you'd start where he'd be lounging around the house, the whole 12-inch Jim Morrison figure, and he'd be before the concert as he's wearing his jeans. And, half hour to concert time. Time to slip you out of those jeans and put on your leather pants, Jim Morrison.
And the little Jim Morrison, we could take him, we could put him on all kinds of trips in our body.
Yes, we could.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It would be wonderful.
Listen, I've got to get a promotional announcement in here. Coming on after Way Out There tonight, it's Jewish and Gay with Steve Goldstein. Steve will be on tonight doing the Jewish and Gay show. It's a wonderful show where he takes calls from prominent Jewish members of the Long Island and Washington, D.C. and all the markets we're syndicated to. Steve will be on tonight.
And if you call, if you're the 10th caller tonight, you get a free Snickers bar.
You will. That's tonight with Steve Goldstein.
Yes, he's very generous with his candy bars.
He's Jewish and he's gay.
Yes, and he's very happy about being both.
And he's coming up right after we are. My name's Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Limewand.
And you're listening to another exciting edition of Way Out There on the CBS Westwood One Radio Network.
Fantastic.
This Jim Morrison doll that we're hearing about.
Only 6 inches tall. We've already gotten the disappointing news that you can't play doll with him and then put him in different outfits.
But you could put him in all kinds of places. You could pull a Richard Gere with him.
Let's find out. Is he posable?
Well, he's fairly limited in his posability.
Could you wrap a string? Could you wrap some dental floss around his neck and pull a Richard Gere with him?
Well, I'd have to leave that up to the people who buy it, but he does have a microphone that has a long cord on it.
Oh, fantastic. Share with us the outfit that he's wearing, since it's only one.
He's shirtless with...
he's shirtless.
Bravo.
Look, I've got to ask a question. Does he have real life nipples?
Well, not exactly.
Oh. What else is he wearing?
He's got leather pants on.
Leather pants! Oh, we love leather pants.
Although they're, let me say, they are made to look like leather pants. They're certainly made out of the same plastic as the rest of the product.
Are you marketing this product towards the gay marketplace or the straight marketplace?
Well, we're marketing it towards the people who collect action figures.
That's right. There is no demarcation of that line.
Well, in my mind, there is. There's the gay consumer.
I understand. That's why you're starting your website, gayamerica.com.
There's the gay consumer, and there's the non-gay consumer, and I have no problem with the non-gay consumer.
I know.
But I'm gay.
I understand that.
I don't care who knows I'm gay.
And I think while we've got the creator of the doll on the phone here, we should ask him, why can't we just have some different outfits? If he's shirtless, then why couldn't you create like a line of clothing for him, like vests, shirts, puffy shirts, with those big puffy sleeves, pirate shirts?
Those are dreamy.
Any chance of that happening?
Well, I guess you could maybe try and take some of the stuff off of our earlier Austin Powers figures and maybe see if they'd fit. But most of our clothing is not removable, so I'm not sure how much luck you'd have there. I guess if you want to create your own line of clothing, more power to you.
Is there any chance that we could be seeing maybe a Brad Pitt doll or a Ben Affleck doll in the future?
How about a Matt Damon doll?
All right, might as well.
I highly doubt, but we certainly have done some movie guys because we do.
Who are some of the movie men that you've done?
Well, we've done Shaft and...
Shaft.
We've done
Bad Mother.
From...
Quick, time for a trivia question. How many times have I seen Pearl Harbor?
Hopefully not more than once.
20.
You're wrong. Buzz, the newsman, how many times have I seen Pearl Harbor?
I'm going to say 35.
You're both wrong. I've seen it 42 times, and I've told you repeatedly.
Wow.
Touche. I've told you repeatedly, if Ben Affleck is there, I'm there.
How about Cuba? You like Cuba, too, don't you?
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yes, sir, when he's firing that machine gun.
It's dreamy.
Very exciting.
It's dreamy. I've told you before, some people say it's about World War II, and I say, in reality, it's a gay love story.
It's a beautiful story.
It's a gay love story.
Yes.
The woman, she's simply a pawn.
Right.
The two boys, they want each other.
They do indeed.
The Army boys, they want each other.
Don't be mistaken.
No, it's the #1 gay movie. I'm telling you.
Didn't know that.
Let me ask you something. The man who makes the dolls, how many times have you seen Pearl Harbor?
Only seen it once.
Only seen it once.
Oh, you got to go see it again. Enjoy it again the second time, like corn.
Did you get the gay undertones?
Yeah, I did, actually.
You did, yeah.
That's wonderful.
I told you, it's out there.
Well, you love your Pearl Harbor, but I just can't stop watching Boiler Room.
That movie...
Oh, it's divine.
Let me tell you about that movie.
It's so wonderful.
That movie, that's right up your alley.
I love it.
It's so rough.
It is.
It's so rumble.
Oh, and they're just wonderful outfits, wonderful suits, wonderful... that whole floor with just young boys.
Yes, but they're fighting and they're driving their cars fast.
But when you see those 24-year-olds close those deals for those big stock market things, it just gets me all bothered.
I'd like to sink my Arizona. I really would. I'd like to sink it right into Ben Affleck.
You're Johnny Pearl Harbor.
I want to tell you something. I love that. So no chance of making any Pearl Harbor dolls?
I don't think so. No, probably not going to happen.
What's the next doll you're going to have in your collection?
Well, we got a Jerry Garcia coming out later this year.
Oh, boo.
Who wants that?
Stinky.
And we've got a bunch of football and hockey players.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have any Joe Montana?
No, but we do have, actually, you guys might be somewhat interested in this. We've got a whole line of toys with Clive Barker coming out.
Clive Barker, like the horror writer?
The horror writer.
Well,
why would we like him?
He's openly gay.
I know, but I mean, he doesn't, his characters are.
Just because he's gay. Listen, Joe Montana's gay, too, but that's not why I asked for the Joe Montana doll.
How about baseball players?
You didn't...
Chipper Jones?
You didn't know that?
Actually, ironic, we've done, in the past, under a license we had with the Major League Baseball Players Association, we have done a Chipper Jones.
You have a Chipper Jones doll.
Have a Chipper Jones.
You have a Chipper Jones doll.
You didn't know that about Joe Montana?
No, I missed that one, I guess.
Yes, I'm telling you.
The trading card.
I'm telling you.
You'd like to take a trip to Montana, wouldn't you?
It's the truth.
Yes, sirree.
It's a beautiful country, Montana.
Ram power.
I'd like to see the back 40 on Montana.
I understand you would.
The back 40 on number 16.
Fantastic.
Well, that's just a rumor I heard about Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a Troy Aikman doll?
No Troy Aikman, no.
Oh, why? What's the point of having a company?
All right, listen, we've got to... I've got to do another one of these promotional announcements.
Very good.
They're driving me crazy with this. Join Big Steve Johnson.
Size does matter.
At midnight with a gay cocktail hour. That's Big Steve.
Now, you know why they call him Big Steve Johnson?
I'm laughing because we know he's anything but big.
Right, absolutely. He's actually puny. It's magnifying glass time.
L-I-L, apostrophe, Lil Steve Johnson. I'm laughing because I joined Big Steve Johnson at midnight for the cocktail hour.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget this weekend, it's Tim McWilliams' Swimsuit-tacular.
Oh, he's fantastic. Listen, we're talking to Ken Reinstein. We're about to end this interview. If someone wants the Jim Morrison doll, how can they get it?
Well, it's actually not coming out till September, but if they check out our website at Spawn.com, SPAWN.com. We'll certainly have info there and where it's available.
Oh, Spawn, like the comic book, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, I love that. Listen. It's been another great interview here on Way Out There.
And even though it's not 12 inches long, we wish you the best of luck with your Jim Morrison doll.
We certainly have had lots of luck with 6 inches long, haven't we?
We certainly have. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for you.
Thank you for joining us from sunny Tempe, Arizona.
You're certainly welcome.
My name's Ken Stevens.
And I'm Alan Linewand. Have a nice day.
And this is way out there. Now, let's put this guy on hold.
Put him on a Rolodex.
Put him on hold. Our producer will just talk to him.
Hope he stretches those dolls a little bit.
Let's put this guy on hold. All right, see what he thought of the interview.
Ben. Hey, it's Rob. How you doing?
Rob Stein.
Everyone is really, really happy with the way that went. Are you okay with it? Yeah, the guys are wondering if you could send an assortment of your dolls. That'd be great. Can I give you the address? Great. It's Raining Men / Way Out There. Care of Infinity Broadcasting / CBS / Westwood One
/ Viacom
/ Viacom / WJFK.
Slash your wrists after listening to this.
ROBB Stein. STEIN.
Longest address in history.
10-800. That's 10800 Main Street. Fairfax, FA.
You see, the reason we enjoy doing this bit is that Ken Stevens is the general manager of WNEW, and Alan Linewand is the general manager of WJFK.
I'd love to see it, especially because
They hate this bit.
It's fun to say your boss is a homo.
Yes.
This is Rob Stein.
It's beyond fun.
It is.
691-1900.
Today we added a new wrinkle. We said their wives were beards.
All right, and we appreciate your time. We'd like to keep you in our Rolodex. We'd like to check in from time to time.
Seriously, the only thing we do that gets feedback from them.
But if you're concerned about it, ladies and gentlemen, we will be giving them the dolls if they send them. Good.
What did he say?
They're going to send the dolls right out.
There you go.
And we can call anytime.
Call anytime.
You can never get enough dolls.
All right, thank you.
Anatomically correct.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Betsy. We'll be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron rated, The Don and Mike Show.
A wop, bop-a-loopa, a wop, bam, boom.
Naturally, The Don and Mike Show.
Let me work my way towards the microphone. As you can see, Mike, I'm surrounded with stacks and stacks of wax.
You look like you're surrounded by oldies.
Yeah, we got a ton of records here. We're just going to tease Connie's record bag today.
All right.
We'll get to it in its entirety tomorrow.
Now, is this from the guys at the Record Mart that sent along all this stuff?
A combination of them and stuff that we've got the various collections. But
okay.
Definitely the stuff that we're going to do when we do Name That Artist.
Very good.
These are all courtesy of the Record Mart in Alexandria, Virginia.
Cool. Man, look at the stuff you got.
Now, no peeking.
I'm not.
No peeking at the labels.
I'm not. God.
Well, I want you to play the game along with
Hermetically
everybody.
sealed booth over here. I saw the backs of one of them.
What did you see?
I saw a man look like he was from the 50s.
All right, well, that's fair enough.
He looks strangely like George Michael.
No, we do not have anything with George Michael.
Okay, good. Then I'm good.
Now,
then I'm spent.
Before we play Name That Tune, we do have a variety of wacky CDs.
Mm-hmm.
These are not necessarily CDs that were put out in great release. For instance, here's one that's called... What is this thing called? It's called Friends Discover a World of Sound.
A World of Sound.
And what it is it's a guy who collected tapes from old children's cassette recorders. And I've not heard these. I'm going to share them with you now. It was a CD that was out that sold no copies.
Okay.
Cut number 1 is as it says here, a couple of jerky kids messing with their new Fisher-Price tape deck.
Oh, very good.
So let's give this a listen. Oh, hold on. You just said a dirty word, didn't I?
Yes, they did, those kids.
They did. It was
these haven't been screened.
I don't think so.
Yes, that's what it was.
The kid just said a-hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. They're spelling it. Now, what's this?
I don't know.
Boys and girls, discover a world of sound. Wonderful show lined up for you. Sing along.
Not wonderful, my point of view, you jerk.
I think what this is, the kid has taken like a cassette tape and he's putting his own stuff in. He's stopping the tape and goes, from my point of view, you jerk. Okay.
Story and a special guest appearance from a man who can imitate an entire symphony orchestra.
Imitate this!
Tina and Jonathan, two members of our studio audience who are going to explain how to operate your Fisher-Price tape recorder.
Hey, you forgot to talk about lock. The play button until locked in place. Why is there a play button? You can explain it more clearly, you jerk. Well, you need to be listening to me now. I really want to listen to you, you jerk, but won't making me. Focus on it until it locks in place. Lock this! Hold down the forward button. That's the button with the arrow pointing to the left. Until you reach the point you do want to hear. I don't want to hear you, you jerk, so point out.
Remember the
arrow
kids
pointing to the right.
Remember the kids in Lost in America?
Yeah.
The kids are yelling at Albert Brooks.
Then let go. To stop the tape, press the stop eject button. I wish you'd stop. I'm gonna push the stop button.
Thank you, Jonathan and Christina.
All right, on is the tape.
Man, who put that on a record?
This thing started off with the kid saying a-hole and then spelling it.
Yeah. It's real, wasn't it? That just made it funny.
Okay, here's another one.
You know, there are lots of ways you can use your new Fisher-Price tape recorder. When he was a child...
Just like making fun of you.
using just his mouth. He would practice by first recording his sounds and then playing them back to see if they sounded right. So now, without any further ado, let me introduce the man of a million noises, the Sound Man.
And it sound this.
Well, let me fast forward here to some of these kids performing on the tape. Okay. Cut number 8.
Little darling.
I don't know if it's the same thing over and over or not. Hard to believe this album wasn't a big seller.
Can't believe this didn't fly off the shelves.
I don't know.
Supposed to be a little kid doing this?
Yeah.
Right.
These are tapes.
Sounds like it's sped up, though.
These are kids who got their Fisher-Price
tape player.
Tape decks.
Right.
Right.
Some of the performances that they did on them. So like a little karaoke thing, I think, for kids.
You know, when you hear the sounds of things happening in a movie or on the radio or television...
Sure. No one else can
come to life using materials you have right at home. Like?
Material. This. Right in. Yes.
Kid's got a limited repertoire.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Orchestra leader, strike up the band. On top of Old Smoky. Covered with blood, I shot my poor teacher with a 24 gun. 100 years later, she still wasn't dead. I took my bazooka and blew off her head. I went to her funeral. I went to her bed.
Today this is politically incorrect.
Yes. We have zero tolerance for this now.
Policemen chased me. I took my bazooka and blew off their hell.
Wow.
There they are.
You know, that's a song I think I sang when I was a kid.
I did.
Thank you. Wow. I thought he was going to forget the words, and boy, wouldn't that have been embarrassing.
Wow, boy.
Very, 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 very embarrassing.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
That's,
Yeah, it does have a shelf life, doesn't
that's
it?
enough of that. Although that first cut is the best. I'm going to try to pot it down when the kid says the bad word, because the first thing the wow. And then the kid actually spells a-hole. Are we set up in the other room with the turntables?
I think so, yeah.
Go in there and give me a mic check, Robbie.
Yeah.
Where do you come up on the board here?
You're coming up on BTS2.
BTS2, okay. Now, they took the turntables out of our studio when they did the remodeling.
Right, so we got them in the production studio now.
And I've got a couple of mystery records to play for you guys.
Is this where we guess? We try to guess?
Yeah.
Hi, Rob.
Can you hear me okay?
And I'll give Mike a guess and Buzz a guess, and then if Mike and Buzz don't get it,
okay,
then we'll go to the telephones, okay?
Very good.
All right, so, Mike, you have the bridge. I'm going to the production room now to play the records.
Okay. Now what we're going to do...
Rob, come back in here.
Okay,
all right, now we're shifting around now because the turntables are in the production studio. The way it works is Buzz and I will both get a guess as Don tries to play the secret record. Hopefully the turntables are working. We shall see what's happening. Now Don should be in the production studio. Can you hear me?
Hi, Mike. I can hear you.
All right, very good.
All right, now, guys, the phone number 877-365-3636. And I'm going to give Mike and Buzz one listen each first.
All right.
Okay? Hold on. Give me a second, because the turntables are all the way in the back of the room.
You want us to buzz in?
Yeah, simply say your name if you think you know the singer.
Okay.
Okay?
It's a terrible studio in there for his setup. Just to let you know, he's got to walk about 12 feet between the turntable and the microphone.
All right. Hello. I'm a disc jockey.
Now, wait a minute. That sounds like it's the wrong speed. That is the wrong speed.
It is, and wait a minute. I didn't realize it was a spoken word record. Hold on a second.
All right, because didn't he say, hello, I'm a disc jockey?
Yes, he did.
That narrows it down.
Yes, he did.
The crowd was so big, I lost him.
Oh, forget it. You'll get that one immediately.
But I couldn't find him. Finally, I reached the part behind the car.
You got
I don't know. Buzz, do you know?
Well, now I have doubts. At first I thought it was Regis Philbin.
No, it's not. Mike, do you have a guess?
Well, play some more, because when I stopped really paying attention when you said, now you'll get it.
Oh, you'll get it immediately.
All right. And I decided to turn back. As I started to leave, I thought that I saw something behind the bushes. I looked.
I have no idea.
I saw the limousine parked.
Really? You have no idea?
I have absolutely no idea.
Robbie, go to the phones.
All right, let's take a phone call right now. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, who's this?
Can I hear it again?
Hear it again?
No, you're calling to formulate your guess here.
Okay, because the delay, I didn't get a chance to...
Rob, take another one.
Take another call.
Take another. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Yeah, do you have a guess?
Yeah, you got me, man.
No, thanks for calling. Let's take another call.
Here's some more.
Without thinking, I climbed the fence and approached the two cars. They were very well hidden from the public eye, and my heart skipped a beat.
This is the TV guy, right?
They were the same limousines that the Beatles would leave in.
Okay, take another call. Someone's got to get this.
Is it Alan Freed?
No, and I'm amazed no one's gotten this. Hello, Don and Mike, hello.
I've got no idea. I can barely hear it on...
Why are people calling if they have no idea?
I don't know.
Shatner.
No, it's
not Bill Shatner. Rob, do we have another call here?
Take one more call, and then I'll give it away.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Do you have a guess?
Hi, is it Alex Trebek?
Is it Alex Trebek?
No, it's not.
All right,
Have Don play 5 more seconds of it, because I want to figure it out if I can get it.
With my eye, I looked up and saw George and Paul walking together, behind them Ringo and John. George and Paul were talking with a couple of guards and laughing.
The problem is how long ago it is. It's a guy that's
everybody. Hey, Rob, no more clues. Everybody give?
Yeah, we give.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start it from the beginning. Maybe he'll say his name.
I love it when it's working the turntable records. That cracks me up.
Because it beat
the magical...
All right, here it comes now.
Hello, I'm a disc jockey. And following a Beatle performance, one of my listeners wrote me a touching letter.
That's Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Because it really happened.
Boy, it doesn't even sound like him.
His voice used to be deeper.
I am a disc jockey.
Casey Kasem.
Do I get credit for that one?
No.
Well, he didn't say his name, though.
No, you don't. You're a loser on that.
What it is that I'm writing about.
Well, now, hold on a second. Technically, I'm a winner.
No, you're a loser.
Why am I a loser on that one?
Because you didn't get it.
But I did get it.
All right, I'll give you one more, okay?
Oh.
I got one more.
You
can redeem yourself, Mike.
Now, this one I think you should get immediately.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, here we go. I'm counting that one as a win.
Give me a second. That's a lose.
No, I won that one. He never said his name. He said he was a disc jockey.
But he said that before. We knew that going in. Rob.
All right, you ready?
I was supporting you.
Name this tune. Name the singer.
It's a nice musical intro.
Who is it?
Is it sped up?
No.
No.
Buzz, do you have a guess? Is it Minnie Pearl?
No, Mike, I'll play it for you one more time. Mike gets one more listen. You only get to hear the first line, though.
It's Granny.
Yes, it is.
Irene Ryan.
That's right.
I got it. I'm 2-0.
No, you're 1-1.
Oh, what a piece of ass.
Now, the next one is just going to be for people who call in, okay?
Okay. Is that because it's going to be easy for us?
Yeah, way easy.
All right.
I bet it's way easy for anyone who calls.
I'd like to invite people to hear the record before they guess.
That'd be a good idea. Listen first, call later. Oh, I know this.
Let me cue it up.
Oh, this song.
I know this one. Ooh, sounds like a funky beat.
You ready?
Wiki.
Here we go. Just for the listeners now.
Little modern.
Name the singer.
How about we name the arranger?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't know.
Genius, that's what I'd say. All right, here comes the vocal right now. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Mother.
Now, wait a minute. Was that the person singing?
Yes. And that's all I'm going to let you hear.
I think I know who it is.
I know you do.
Let me write it down for Rob, and Rob will tell me if I got it right.
Rob, go to a call.
All right. Yes, you're on the air.
Hi. Who is
Donna
that?
Summer?
It's not Donna Summer.
Thanks.
Next line. Hello, Don and Mike. Hello. Mike didn't get it?
No, Mike did not get it.
Who is that?
Name that singer. I don't know that the phone callers can hear you, Don.
Is it Charles Nelson Riley?
It is not CNR, no.
Take another one, Rob.
Yes, you're on the air.
Is it a person or is it a group?
Take another one, please.
Take another one.
You're on the air.
All right, do you have a guess?
Yeah, is it Chandra Levy?
It is not.
No, it's not Chandra Levy. Take another
I know.
call.
I found out today her name is...
Are you going to play a little more? Are you going to play a little more of it?
Everybody gets to hear a little bit more.
Good.
But now Mike and Buzz, no jumping in, okay?
All right, I already have one guess. Rob said I was wrong.
Here you go.
Oh, I know this.
Now you should have.
Yeah, I know it already. Okay. Now let me jot it down now.
Now let's go to a call, please.
All right, you're on the air.
Hey, was it Rodney Dangerfield?
It's not Rodney Dangerfield.
I have it already. Rob has given me the thumbs up. Buzz, do you have it? No idea.
No,
it's
still
simple.
Really.
It doesn't get any easier.
It is so simple. Take another call, Robbie.
Caller, you're on the air.
I swear, it's Charles Nelson Riley.
No, it's not Charles Nelson Riley.
Phone, would you please, you idiot? Who's next, Rob?
Caller, you're on the air.
Gary Newman.
No,
Gary Newman.
Gary Newman.
You mean the guy who sang Cars?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, not Gary Newman. You're on the air. Hello.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Mr. T.
Congratulations, Galler. How is that hard? There it is, Mr. T. Treat your mama right.
Treat your mother right. Hey, Rob, give this guy some kind of prize.
All right. You have won a pair of movie passes to the brand new AMC Hoffman Center 22 in Alexandria. AMC Hoffman Center 22 has 2 levels with 22 screens, stadium sitting, digital sound in all theaters, and love seats with retractable armrests. AMC is located just off Eisenhower Avenue at the Eisenhower Avenue Metro. Congratulations.
Never read it all.
Why, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And now let's just enjoy a moment of Mr. T. I'm going to come back in the other room now.
All right.
Yeah, crank it up, Rob. A good friend of this show, Mr. T.
So treat her right. Mother, treat her right.
She is.
My mother.
My mother. Don't treat her right.
Treat her right. So that, you know what that means, really, except for the, I think I might have been 3-0 on that.
No, you were 2-1. You didn't get the Casey case.
But I did, though, because technically we said...
No, you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
When you played it slow, it said, I'm a disc jockey. So we knew it was a disc jockey going in.
You didn't get it, though, because you had given up already.
Oh, but technically, if you really want to, as far as getting it before the name was announced, if you want to go with the, announcing it before the name was mentioned, I got it before he was identified.
No, you lost that one.
I got it. I'm 3-0. I'm undefeated.
You're 2-1.
No, I'm absolutely undefeated.
Mike, listen, let me just say one thing to you. I think that on this matter, and this matter only,
yes,
you are being a giant.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people. He made it up.
That's perfect.
Hey, when I'm right, I'm right.
No, you're being a...
I don't care. You can call me names all day long. I am still right. I got it. I am victorious. Victorious.
Start up.
Total victory.
Buzz?
Yes.
Oh, God damn. So you heard Granny,
right,
and Casey Kasem,
right,
and Mr. T,
right,
and of course the lovable latchkey kids.
There we go. I will tell you this. I have not yet successfully identified these children. You will.
Mike, they're your kids. Ladies and gentlemen, they're your wonderful children.
My progeny.
You don't recognize these beautiful toe-headed...
Okay. They are.
Start up. No, you don't have any boys. Couldn't be.
No, it couldn't be. Well, if they are boys. Yeah.
Buzz? Yes. No, I think one of them was a boy. I think it was a girl and a boy, I think, doing the thing.
I don't know. I'm only good at celebrity identifications.
Tomorrow, much more of Donnie's record bag.
Good.
Much more of Name That Tune. And you and I had a chance to perform an act of a play with Pearl Bailey.
Oh, very exciting.
Wow.
Pearl Bailey.
Pearl Bailey's part is recorded on a record.
Oh, that's great.
And there's a script for you and I. It's like one of those things from the 50s. You can be in a play with Pearl Bailey.
Fantastic.
That's tomorrow. Now, Buzz, what is your lead story tonight?
Tonight, Congressman Condit cooperates. Up to a point.
Oh, the condom guy, right? Oh, he's not going to do the lie detector, though, is he?
We'll see.
Oh, well, that's your story. Okay, stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned for news and comments.
News and comments.
Coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike Show. Hey, Mike, all right. You're 3-0.
Thank you.
I give you that.
I'm waiting for you to play the kids again.
3-0. Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned for news and comments coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
That was very
professional. Number 1, Arbitron rated, the Don and Mike Show.
That's the word from Planet Crackpot.
Full-time entertainers, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Right. Listen, next Monday is National Nipple Day, and we're having our first ever Nipple Contest. All right. We want to find out, I want to say this right, not the biggest nipples, the longest nipple.
Longest nipples, and anything else to do with the nipple will be at a later date.
Girls, we're paying $1,000 an in.
Break up.
If you've got long nipples.
Yeah, and if some of the women that have called today are being truthful, we may have already a $1,500 nipple.
Could be. So if you'd like to play, call us up, 877-365-3636. We're doing this next Monday, and if we get enough girls to participate, it'll be on DonandMikeFans.com with a live webcast.
I'm thinking of an 1.5-inch nipple. That is unbelievably long.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a major nipple. It's Buzz News Time now. Buzz sponsored news and comments tonight by MafiaMob.com. Join the mob at MafiaMob.com, the internet's hottest new game, MafiaMob.com. Whack everybody. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. Well, Washington, D.C. police say they will take up the offer from Congressman Condit and search his apartment.
Like we talked about yesterday.
D.C. Police Chief Charles Ramsey says he hopes to do that within a day or two. He's still trying to work out the details with Condit's lawyer.
Sergeant, you better get over here. This part of the floor is sticky.
Last night, Condit's lawyer said his client would allow a search of his apartment and his phone records and a blood test for DNA matching. The lawyer also said Condit would allow the police to question his staff. The lawyer offered up all these things, quote, if it will help find Chandra Levy.
Question his staff?
Yes, question his...
What are they going to do? Pull down his pants and talk to his Peter?
No, he's
excuse me. What have you been doing?
His love staff. His office staff.
Oh, his office staff.
Oh, I know. His staff. Congressional employees, don't you know?
His staff. Anybody on that staff have an infection?
Likely.
Be a staph infection.
The D.C. police chief says he also wants to give the congressman a lie detector test, something Chandra's parents are suggesting. Chief Ramsey
Now, why do you think Chandra? Is it Chandra or Chandra?
I have always heard Chandra. I've heard other people say Chandra. You get this a lot in news stories.
Someone that I respect today was saying Chandra.
There you go.
Who was that, Liddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Chandra Levy.
Where is it in the paper? How's it spelled?
S-H-A-Z-A-C-H. With a big C-H-A-N-D-R-A. Chandra. No, but it's not like C-H like Chuck.
Well, you know what? We could all create our own.
Sure.
Condra.
There you go. That's yours.
You know what? No, that's a nice combination of his last name and her first name.
Condra Levy.
Condra Levy.
The chief says the parents have the right to know.
And you yesterday, you're giving me a hard time for making jokes about this. And listen to you now, Condra Levy.
I'm sorry. Chief Ramsey says...
Don't be sorry. Join the fun.
Oh, I know.
Be a shock jock.
The police chief says Chandra's parents have the right to know the results of the lie detector test. But that's where Condit and his lawyer have been drawing the line up to this point. The lawyer says lie detector tests leave much to be desired, and besides, quoting again, there's nothing to test.
You know what I hate about this story? I hate the coverage in the Washington Post, where the high and mighty Washington Post now really not putting it on the front page, obviously by design, always putting it in the Metro section, and the New York Times not running any front page stories
about it. Is it in the Metro section of the Post?
It was in the Metro. It's been in the Metro section for a couple of days because they're not going to put it on the front page. They're too serious in their journalistic endeavors. But then you'll read the Howard Kurtz expose in the style section about the media coverage, when in fact he's writing about the exploitive media coverage, and he's getting his hay by writing about the same story. It's like, come on, everybody is interested in this. That's just the way it works. Stop being so phony and put it on the front page.
There you go. The flight attendant who says she had an affair with Condit says she got out because she got scared.
She's a nice POA. I saw her on TV.
She says she got scared when she saw
that scene where she's walking down the street.
Yeah, and then the sunglasses on. Redhead, although I'm sure that the curtains don't match the...
Oh, so you saw her with a close-up and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice looking?
Yeah, well, I do.
Reasonably?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. If I was that congressman, I'd do her. Married to that joker mouth he's married to. Jesus Christ. You know, and again, if I'm him, that's, I go in and I say, I go on TV tonight and I say, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't kill this girl, I didn't murder this girl. Did I bang this girl? Yes. And then you hold up a nice big picture of that wife with that big mouth art and you go, can you blame me?
Jury might go easy. You never
Condit in 2002. Thank you. God bless America.
Well, the flight attendant says she got scared when she saw what she felt was the kinky stuff. Quoting Anne-Marie Smith, there were neckties tied together underneath his bed as if someone had been tied up.
You don't want this guy.
And quoting her lawyer, she told me that Condit had some peculiar sexual fantasies that a normal heterosexual male would not. He was broke that Chandra Levy had vanished. His client was, quote, very afraid for her life, referring to the flight attendant again.
And here now is the flight attendant. Here she is.
Oh, good.
On stage.
I'd like to try to do my latest record. I tried it last night, but I can't make it.
All right, she's disoriented.
I don't know the words to it, so I had to read it. If you give it up, just, please forgive us.
That's our greatest talent, running something into the ground. We'll be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show. Love Snack. Radio Dictators, Don and Mike.
I'd like to Jude Walker for another great session today. Got his new stuff on the air already. And now here is our other friend, Guy Berkeley. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. The kid from the Sopranos may be in the clear. Reports say the armed robbery charges against him may be dropped after he meets with a grand jury, or maybe even before that. 5 of the 6 police witnesses, including one of the other victims,
said police.
They say that 16-year-old Robert Eiler was never anywhere near the victims. He'd reportedly parted company with his friends shortly before the incident.
What I love about this story, I was watching Channel 4 News in New York the other night, and they're interviewing Edie Falco.
Yes.
Okay. Carm Soprano.
Works with him.
She's the actress who plays his mom.
God forgive you for what you've done.
And they're interviewing her, but they're not interviewing her as the co-star on The Sopranos.
They're interviewing her like she's his mother.
They're saying, here's Edie Falco, who plays Carm Soprano, A.J. Soprano's mother. They go to this, well, I really think he's a good boy, and, you know, he's not one to get in trouble. And
it's surreal, isn't it? And did you hear? I mean, I was reading the news story today. He had 2 publicists, a couple of lawyers, his parents, this entire entourage surrounded.
It's good to be a star.
Yeah, really. I mean, they're doing the star thing for the kid.
Yeah, James Gandolfini has spoken out, along with Edie Falco, on behalf of the kid.
He's guilty as sin.
No, he said he believes he's innocent. He said that if Eiler
says, a dead kid.
Says if he didn't do it, he didn't do it.
Today in court, A.J. Soprano had 2 lawyers, 3 public relations specialists, and his parents.
Listen to that.
Well, you can never be too careful.
And then mysteriously the charges are going to be dropped.
Well, police say Eiler was carrying a bag of marijuana and a pipe when he was arrested. No word yet on what will happen to that charge.
Meanwhile, Robert Wool is out praying that something like this happens to him, so he can get his name in the paper.
Robert Wool, I saw him on the, you know what, you want to talk about the B celebrity list? We watched that on ESPN, the celebrity softball game that they had during the All-Star festivities.
Oh, was he playing?
Oh, my God. Meatloaf. Robert Wool. They had Tina from Survivor.
Oh, my God.
It was the biggest suckfest I've ever seen. Kenny Mayne out in right field. You know, come on.
Loser. Kenny Mayne is the biggest star of that group.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was horrible.
The son of the late Bob Crane has no trouble selling his dad's sex films on the Internet. But he's trying to stop the movie about his dad that would star Greg Kinnear. That's because Scotty Crane has a movie script of his own.
What great casting, though.
He co-wrote it with his mother and the woman who played Helga on Hogan's Heroes, in case you didn't know.
Oh, really? You mean Colonel Clint's secretary? That was Bob Crane knocked her out?
Bob Crane's wife, as a matter of fact, in that case. Their script is called Take Off Your Clothes and Smile. But the studios are already looking at another script about Bob Crane called Autofocus, and it's keeping Scotty's script in limbo. Scotty's brother Robert isn't happy about any of this, and he says he thinks Scotty's probably not even really a son of Bob Crane. That's how ugly it's got.
Aren't we supposed to have that guy on the show?
Yes, that guy Scotty Crane. You know, we went on vacation.
Right.
When he was in town with his books, and we've had to reschedule him with a phoner. But he is coming on because he knows about our love of Hogan's Heroes and also our love of his dad's secret life. So we rescheduled. Scotty Crane is coming on the show.
Great. The White House is denying it made a deal with the Salvation Army so the charity could get around discrimination laws. The Washington Post this morning quoted a Salvation Army memo that said the Bush administration had made a firm commitment to helping the charity avoid hiring gays.
We're concerned about AIDS inside our White House.
There you go. In return, the Salvation Army would support Mr. Bush's plan to use tax dollars to support churches' social programs. The White House this afternoon says Salvation Army officials misunderstood what they were told.
We're concerned about AIDS inside our White House. Make no mistake about it.
Ring my bell.
The human rights groups say that if there really is such a deal, they will fight it. The groups say any such deal would be, and I quote, a serious mistake.
Come on, give something, please.
Come on now, put something in my little pot.
You don't have to worry for a while about losing your Saturday mail delivery. The money-losing U.S. Postal Service was talking about scrapping Saturday service to save money.
Oh, I was big time worried about that, boys.
Pretty much everybody hated the idea. Well, I know how excited you are when the mail comes. You like to run out and get the mail.
You know, but Saturday is the day that I don't give a rat's ass about.
Really?
Me either. I mean, I do enjoy getting the mail Monday through Friday.
Right.
But Saturday, it's always a crapshoot because either it comes very early or it comes very late. You don't have that same Monday through Friday excitement.
And Saturday, you got things on the table. You got places to go, things to do, people to see.
But on Saturday, I get the occasional important item, whereas on Wednesday, for me, that's the bad day. Wednesday is the day they deliver all the junk mail to my house.
Every day is the day they deliver the junk mail.
But they save it back. I'm just sure they do. I never, ever get anything important. No bills,
No checks, no TV guides. They never come on Wednesday.
I'm going to send you a letter next Monday that says you're fired. You're going to get it on Wednesday. You're going to break it. And you're going to open up this letter and you're going to go.
Naturally. Wednesday. Tuesday or Thursday, not Wednesday. Anyway, the Postal Service has abandoned the idea.
Every day is junk mail in my house. Every single day.
So it's catalog day.
Oh,
Jesus
my
Christ.
God. How do I get off that list? Do you get the course? Our wives are both.
I keep saying to Frida, why are we buying toilet paper? She said, why? She said, because we got every freaking catalog in the world coming here.
Does your wife give you permission to discard all the catalogs?
No.
When you pick up the mail?
Oh, nay.
I go, ding, 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 ding.
Nay, and I get
it's kind of an unsaid thing. I don't get yelled at. She doesn't make a big deal about it.
No, I get yelled at when my wife would go, to take the recyclers down or something. She'll come back and go, there was a Hammacher, Slammacher catalog in here. How come I didn't see that? I mean, she didn't talk like that, but, I get that. That's what I get. Great day. Hammacher, Slammacher. Well, hold on, please, okay? All right. I don't care. Bring the mail, don't bring the mail. Have a 5-day week. I don't care. We'll be right back.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show.
Who am I speaking with here? This is Jim Gandolfini. This is Major Bill Smith. Hi, Major. Do you love shows like the Sopranos and The Godfather? Then you have to check out MafiaMob.com, a Mafia internet game. Join the Mafia. Elvis had a Mafia. Yes, he did. MafiaMob.com. Start whacking people today. Whack a Don at MafiaMob.com. You know what I like? What's that? I like Whack-A-Mole. Whack-A-Mole's fun. I like that in the amusement parks. You can pull jobs, rob banks, get thrown to jail, bribe officials. MafiaMob.com is just $19.95 a year, Robert. Go to MafiaMob.com. James, check in with your lieutenant and get your orders today. MafiaMob.com is the hottest game to hit the internet. Robert, your kid's a little prick, you know that? I'm aware of that. I'm very disappointed in AJ. Want something that fell off a truck? MafiaMob.com. Want to get rid of your boss? MafiaMob.com. Don't be a stunad. Join MafiaMob.com today and whack everybody.
WKFK. Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show.
Okay, what else is on here, man? What else is on, huh? Hey, Nookie, it's Robert Goulet. That'll be enough of that
Chock full of number 3, the Don and Mike Show.
Got to come out of the tap. Here is Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. Well, the biggest HMO in California has been told it no longer has to pay for Viagra.
The biggest homo in California?
No, HMO, Health Maintenance Organization.
Oh, I thought you said HOMO.
No.
Mo, that would be Mo. The biggest Mo.
A judge in Sacramento's ruled that the state cannot force Kaiser Permanente to cover Viagra.
I think we all know that the biggest Mo in California is Grand Napier.
Yes.
Mo.
Critics say the ruling could affect other lifestyle drugs.
Lick ass. Mo. Another big Mo. Mo.
Including the drugs for baldness or obesity. Oh, sorry if I disappoint.
Oh, I could use both of them. What is that? If they put both of those in one, I'd be snapped.
Well, but you may not be able to get those paid for by your HMO if
I'm not a homo, though.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you got to be a homo to get the pill that takes baldness and obesity?
You have to be a Mo. I'll explain it later.
Mo, okay.
Mo. Sorry if I disappoint. Mo. Nobody got seriously hurt today in the running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain.
Oh, boo.
There was an entertaining 5-bull pileup, and one unlucky runner got caught in it. He did the right thing. He curled up, making himself as small as he could, and covered his head, so he's okay. The 4th day of the run.
Why do you bring us news like that? News that makes us sad.
You want the Pamplona thing with the guys getting gorged.
I know.
It was somebody gorged. You know what we want? We want today, when we were waiting in the office to have a meeting before we came on the show.
Right.
We're watching Fox in Los Angeles, Channel 11.
We hit it at the right time.
A car chase. Me and Mike watched this dude drive from Los Angeles to Anaheim.
Yeah, and all the way through, hitting highways, then going on, as they call them, surface streets.
Residential. I mean, right up until the time we had to have our meeting, and right on cue.
Incredible. Like at the time we had to have the meeting.
The guy barrels through the intersection, hits a car, gets out of his car, runs,
hits the hedge, and they jump on him.
Excellent. They caught him.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Nothing greater to watch in one of them car chases.
And, listen to the idiot anchors, too, as the anchor man's going, now watch here. It's usually extremely difficult to handcuff somebody who doesn't want to be handcuffed as you watch one cop put the cuffs on the guy in like 8 seconds.
This is a pedestrian area, a high pedestrian area. He almost hit 2 pedestrians earlier.
And you're looking at, like, these empty streets. I mean, I know there could be a pedestrian there, but then at the end, it's, T-bones the car. Nobody hurt, thank God.
Dr. Marvin Stone of Houston, Texas, is not the kind of therapist who would have sex with his patients. He had employees to handle that. And that was his prescription for some of his male patients who were having problems in the bedroom. The good doctor is pleading guilty to prostitution charges after he let some of his sex therapy patients have sex with his female employees for a price. But the doctor isn't going out of business. He'll be on probation for the next 4 years, and if he behaves himself, all the charges will be dropped. In the meantime, he's been told he can keep being a therapist, just not a sex therapist.
Oh,
how would you like to die at a strip club and have it in all the newspapers?
I'd love it.
It happened.
I pray that's how it'd go out.
You might not feel that way if you were a Manhattan banker. He was at a New Jersey club.
I'm not. I'm a stupid disc jockey.
He was at a club called Naked City in New Jersey. The investment banker.
Naked City.
He got into a...
Not to be confused with Naked City in Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's right. Where I went when I was a kid.
Naked City.
The investment bank. It's a nudist colony, right?
Yes, it is.
At least it was. I don't even know if it's still in business. The investment, and I try to keep up on those things. The investment banker got into a fight with bouncers outside the club in Atlantic City. Today there was an autopsy to determine just how the 24-year-old managed to die. We're still waiting for the results. A spokesman for the strip club has no comment. This happened during a bachelor party over the weekend.
It wasn't at Jim McClure's bachelor party, was it?
No, I don't think so.
He just got confused. Yeah, that's why he's dead.
Okay.
Huh? Thank you, Tony. You're welcome. Hi, Jim. Hi, Don. How are you? Tragedy when a young man loses his life.
Yes, it is. Prostitution is legal and out in the open in Holland, so it's surprising, really, that people are so... Well, it's surprising, considering that people are so upset about the free vibrators. A Dutch cell phone company is giving away vibrators to people who sign up for its service.
Big vibrators?
Yeah, they get a free Nokia phone and a battery-operated sex toy.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Nokia is less than thrilled with the promotion. The word it used was disgusting.
How about free microwaves? Get yourself a free Dutch oven.
This is not the best vibrator I ever got. Listen to this. It's a real old-fashioned one.
Boy, that is such a... And you've kept it up so well. You kept it oiled and clean. Well, maybe not clean.
It just don't work that good.
Speaking of clean, speaking of vibrators in Holland, the aforementioned prostitutes there are complaining about a new government regulation that requires them to soak their vibrators for 10 minutes in alcohol after each use.
Well, I like that rule.
It's not a bad rule. It's a good rule. I mean, you never know where that baby's been before you're using it. Or when you put it back, where it's supposed to go, you go, no! And then you got a problem.
Here's on you. Thank you, Buzz, for the comments there. The touchstones, you heard them. Be the 100th caller at 877-365-3636.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike Show.
You said we were going to business. Oh, man, shut your anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, overdose, Dick Gregory, Bahamian diet drinking ass up. Leave me alone.
Don and Mike, honey.
Howdy, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. In sports, the All-Star Game is tonight, appropriately enough, in Seattle. The National League is changing its starting pitcher for tonight's All-Star Game. Kurt Schilling is out because he pitched 7 innings on Sunday, and former Mariner Randy Johnson, now with Arizona, will take his place. Washington Redskins fans are already familiar with kick returner Michael Bates. He scored a 92-yard touchdown return against the Skins last year.
That's a good move. Do you think that's a good move?
Well, I was talking to his sister about it.
Mm-hmm. Kathy. What did she say?
She said, it isn't fair. here. They just cheated us. She said, talk to our dad, Norman. So, I mean, I've been all over. Yes, I think Michael Bates is a good pickup for the Redskins.
Please refer to Kathy Bates. Her father is his proper name, Master. 5 seasons with the Carolina Panthers, but now he's signing on with the Redskins. No word on the money. The team's also signed defensive back Jason Kaiser, who played for the Cowboys last season, before moving on to the ill-fated XFL, and defensive back Central McClellan joins the team after playing for NFL Europe.
All of these moves so late in the before the training, you don't release it. The WTF.
Really?
Fairly right. Well, what the F? Yeah. BFD.
Finally.
And who keeps moving my BFD stickers?
Oh, those Euros?
Somebody sent me these stickers. They look like, you know those Euro stickers that they put on the back of the cars that say like USSR or whatever?
Right.
They're round. Anyway, somebody sent me a bunch of them that say BFD on them.
Big effing deal.
Yeah, and it says in small letters right underneath, big effing deal. I put one on the door in the studio, and one on the door to the studio out in the hallway, and somehow, mysteriously, they keep getting moved around.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Are they magnetic?
No, they're not.
They're stickers.
Someone is actually taking the time to move them off the door.
They're stickers.
Yes, they are. They're stickers.
Wonder who could do that.
I have no idea.
Finally,
and Rob, didn't I see on your desk, did somebody send you one that says F-U?
Yeah, and that's a really good one. It looks like it could be from some country over there. That was from, actually from the guys at Record Mart.
And it's just the letters.
F-U.
Those guys just keep on giving.
They're the greatest.
Finally, German police were quick to respond when they got the reports from horrified citizens. The call said that a nude body was floating in the river near Schmalzfeld.
Schmalzfeld!
With an ambulance standing by, police hauled the body to the bank of the river only to discover it was a blow-up sex doll.
Oh! This is the biggest embarrassment we've ever had in Schmalzfeld!
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Thank you, buddy.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think got to go. Our thanks to Dude Walker, voiceman extraordinaire. Also, thanks to my brother Jim and the good people at the Record Mart, Old Town Alexandria. Tomorrow, more of Donnie's Record Bag.
Yay.
Also, tomorrow, Chuck Stossel, the Love Muscle. And we'll be talking about the Nipple Contest.
Fantastic. We hope for more entries tomorrow.
Well, we got a couple of girls today. We're doing all right today for the first day. Go on, enter. We'll hit it hard. We'll hit it good and hard on tomorrow's episode. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
I am caller 100.
Yes, you are. What's your name, my friend?
Frank.
Hi, where are you from?
Rockville, Maryland.
Call 100. You won tickets to WWF SmackDown, MCI Center, July 31st. Tickets on sale at MCI Center, all Ticketmaster outlets. Boy, there's more. You want a free account on MafiaMob.com and an extra 200 points. Join the Mafia at MafiaMob.com, the Internet's hottest new game, MafiaMob.com. Whack everybody. Thank you, my friend.
Danke schön.
Bitte schön.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay, you got me. Scheißkopf.
Scheißkopf.
Essen mein Scheiß. Off the phone, Schnell.
Okay.
See, they didn't delete that out.
No.
Because I was cussing at him in German.
It was sneaky, but effective.
That's it. We got to go. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Good night, Buzz.
Thank you. Good night, Don.
Thank you. Good night, Mike.
Thank you. Good night, Don.
Robbie. Throw that beautiful brown hat in the air, just like Sydney. Tyler Moore.
What are you doing? What are you doing over there?
No, we missed it. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
So we'll meet again. Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
Number 1, Arbitron Radio, the Don and Mike